we wake up on the morning of the expedition of Elder Mossback's kind of voluntold party gathering of the young, the brave, and the foolhardy to head out to leave home and discover what it is the Wanderers are leaving for. Some of you may have been around. Maybe some of you've been to the other two Sunnies in your community triad. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you've lived your entire 20 some odd years approximately within Sunny Lake and the surrounding cavern system. Um, at least two of you, both of them being druids, have not only left Sunny Lake, but have very likely been into the hunting grounds at least once. This is because Sunny Lake is a natural it's a naturally formed cave. It's also city living as far as that might go, whereas druids prefer a little more natural. And especially for those of you, which is both of you, who use wild shaping, you need to see and study creatures in order to be able to transform into them. And so you've probably been to the hunting grounds at least one time. My roll 20 says it's dying. I believe in you, roll 20. You can do this.
Wait, how does the website die?
I don't know. It just says we've lost connection to the game.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll just refresh.
It was doing that to me earlier today.
I'm sure it'll be fine. So, as I was mentioning, we pick up on the day of the expedition. Um, no, my connection to the server is still interrupted. Well, we'll have to see how that goes in a little while. Oh well. You wake up in your in your domicile of whatever that might be. Maybe you live with siblings. Maybe you live with a larger familial group. Maybe you live alone. Maybe you live inside of Sunny Lake, or maybe you live in the outskirts. Perhaps you spend your time as a hunter gatherer. Maybe you're part of the moss farming people. Maybe you work on obtaining water and purifying it for drinkable qualities. Maybe you are a hunter. Maybe you head out into the hunting grounds regularly and risk your life for the greater good of the community to give them some variety, because otherwise all they would eat is fungus and moss, or looking for useful materials from the creatures or whatever could be found.
Oh,
We'll pick up today as you gather your gear. You gather whatever it is you're planning on taking with you. You know that Mossback is going to assign or has assigned a group of people to travel with you. It'll be you yourself plus four others, and maybe you know each other, maybe you don't. That's something that we're going to establish right now. Let's just walk around the camera circle and talk about who we are, whether that be what our names are, what we look like, and if we've done anything that we think others might know us by. Like this might be your job, or maybe you're famous or infamous for XYZ, something like to that effect. We'll start with the experienced players so the newbies know what I'm talking about. Pepper, who are you?
All right.
All right. I am. Okay, let me actually get off push to talk because I'm just making stuff in a chat. So, anyway, I am Rezagil. I am a. I mean, how much information do you want? I guess in terms of
Bearline, name, physical description, and if you've done something that everyone would know about, tell them.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Rezagil. I go by Rez. I don't have anything that you would know about in my life. I live a more secretive life. But my mother is a needleworker for the more wealthy of our area, and yeah, that's. I am a very pale 5'7" female with what color hair did I have? Is it purple? Please let it be purple.
Isn't it always purple?
Isn't it always okay? It's shoulder
always
length fuchsia. Okay, a
Oh
little
yes, yes,
different.
fuchsia, very
They're a
different.
little different. Okay. So yeah, that's all for me. I have ideas out of character. For a voice, I'm not using it yet. I'm still rummaging around in my brain, deciding which one I want to go with. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I sound like a fucking moron the next time we actually talk in character.
Perfect. Now, important background question for some of you who remember and read all the information. How many children have you birthed?
I have birthed 0 children.
Oh, you're special, are you?
Wait, sorry. Did you give her her own background?
Not at all.
She gave you that background.
Wait, which the children thing, or what's this question about?
Yeah, the children thing.
No, that's in the information. You didn't read
About her children?
about all of your
No,
children.
I didn't even
If
know that
you-
existed.
In the other
Yeah.
chat where I put a whole bunch of information.
Yeah, I see the information where you posted the map and all that stuff.
Well,
Yes.
so there's a section where I ask about age, right? And then right below
Yes, I
that,
see that,
after a
okay.
new line, it says every able-bodied adult is expected to assist in the population maintenance and growth.
Yes.
And they're doing so very early in life compared to what would have been the surface standards. If you are over 18, it is very likely that you have either birthed or contributed to the birth of a child.
Yeah. Very likely. So how would she know if she had one?
She's over 18.
because
Yeah, but it
she-
says likely.
Right,
Not
and
she
gets to
did.
decide.
Oh, so she gets to, okay.
Yeah,
So she
yeah,
can say no or yes.
She can say no, but that's like there's a reason I describe it this way. Very likely, meaning that if you haven't, there's a very specific reason, not because you decided you didn't want to.
I choose not to.
Yeah. So.
oh my god.
So with my character,
Mhm.
when Randy asked me about this, I said that I had tried, in the ways that naturally happen, to have children, but it hasn't happened yet for me. So I think that kind of leaves it more ambiguous as to why. I don't know specifically, but it just hasn't happened.
All right, but one of the flaws or outcomes of a background like Pepper's saying that she has tried and failed means that there is a risk that she's thought of as barren, that the community thinks less of her because she's not able to contribute to population. This is not like, and if you read the rest of it, like you don't have to have been a parent. You may have to have birthed a child. You have communal raising here. Just because you birthed or contributed to the birth of a child doesn't mean you were a parent to anyone. This is that the lifespan, the expected lifespan of everyone inside of this community is less than half of your racial norms. Sometimes less than a third of your racial norms, because people die off so quickly and so often. All right. Thank you, Pepper. Thank you, Reza, or Rez.
Res, whatever you want.
Okay. James.
My name is Theodore Sweetcakes. I have been here in this community for 35 years of my very long and prestigious life. At the age of 11, I started the Sweetcakes Bakery, in which we take a variety of the different moss and fungi that you encounter around here, and using our special baking techniques, we make a variety of enjoyable desserts for the community at large. Currently, the business is staffed by 9 of my children and 18 of their grandchildren. And we live in a small commune, and I have a very, very small closet room that I stay in. My wife has since passed on, and my baking techniques and everything else has been given to my children as well. Even one of them has taken up in my footsteps and known to be walking around the community acting a little bit off kilter from time to time. You may have seen me walking around, and occasionally we are muttering to things that may not be there. A rock falls on our head. We laugh, we giggle, we move on with our day.
Thank you. You describe your physical appearance, Theodore Sweetcakes.
I am an older gentleman. I have grey beard. It's very long from long years. Fuzzy eyebrows that drag down across the sides, down my cheeks. And I frequently am seen wearing a robe and a chef's hat. In one hand, I will carry either an orb or have a patch of some kind on my belt. It's a nice little fungus rope belt that I made myself. Some people say it looks gaudy, but it is what it is, and I very much appreciate it.
Excellent.
Otherwise, I am fairly pale, and my robe itself is a rather mauve color.
Ah, mauve robes, yes. And you said you have 9 children and 18 grandchildren.
Yes.
A grand contributor to the community. Well thought of. High ranking, even. Thank
But
you.
my time has passed for when I can contribute more children and grandchildren. So
Indeed,
this made
yes.
perfect sense for me in order to push forward and understand what was happening, because I have an inkling one of my grandchildren may fall victim to the wandering.
It's very likely, given their generation. All right, Jax.
Okay. My character's name is oh shit, what is my character's name?
I'm gonna go with Arinar.
Arinar. Arinar
Okay.
is my character's name. She's 23. She's got long, dark auburn hair. It gets kind of lighter at the tips, sort of like a copper color. She's got large pale green. I don't have a voice or anything yet or anything like
right.
that, so I'm sorry. She's got large pale green eyes with hints of gold. She's got hints of both human and elf in her face, which is, because they usually are, the Genasi are a mix of I think that one's, what is that? It's some sort of djinn or
Fire elemental
creature,
djinn,
and then
yes.
yeah, and then something else. So, she's an orphan, so she doesn't know her parents. Her skin tone is a reddish, like burnt orange color. She's kind of tall. She's 5'10", and she's very fit, very lean.
Okay.
She did have one child, but it died when it was younger, under mysterious circumstances.
Mysterious circumstances. Do you feel she was it like sickness or just like sudden death?
It was more like she might have been murdered.
Oh, so there's a conspiracy of some kind within the community that a child was murdered. I see.
Little pleasures.
Right. Maybe he was baked into a cake.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yes, I'll go next.
Yeah, go ahead, Lumi.
I play Lily. She lives on the outskirts of the community, and she lives in like a small community of half-elves. And if you see her, you'll notice that she has a scar down her face, and you can tell that one half of her is human and one half of her is elf. So she's a literal half-elf.
Yeah, you're quite like you full half or just the face?
You don't know.
I mean, like, do her hands look different? Do her feet look different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like something happened to her.
Okay.
She's 19. She kind of looks like she has like she's really petite for her age. She's 19. She's 4'10". She has green eyes and very long blonde hair that looks like hasn't been brushed, and she has very pale skin. She goes out to the hunting grounds all the time, so that's what she's known for.
Okay.
And she's helped birth one of the members in our community.
All right. Let me swap over to the rough regional or world map. Take a little look at what you guys think of as the world. So, Sunny Lake proper is the large section in the center. It's where most of the buildings are. It's where the major lake is. Let me move you guys here too, of course. Smart. There we go. Now you can see it in Roll20. The external communities or the smaller groups, like Lumi's half-elf community, are in the large bend that's on the northwest side of Sunny Lake. Rez probably lives somewhere in this area as well, as her race is less than fully trusted, even though the like racial divides are not nearly as common in this iteration of the world as they might be in classic lore. You don't really have enough room to be picky about who you stand near. Okay. Cool. Last but not least, Senor Roberto.
All right. Well, my character's name is Rixian. I'm an average male in height, in weight. My description's basically myself because I couldn't be creative
He
apparently.
looks like Robert.
Yeah.
Doing good.
I'm a sarcastic asshole sometimes. I kind of have been lost my whole life. I've been looking for a place to call home.
Okay.
I try to make friends as much as I can, but I'm also weary about who I talk to at all times.
Okay.
That's about it.
Have you
I don't have a
contributed-
child.
You have no child?
No
How
children.
old are you?
I'm 27
What?
Why don't you have a
27
child,
years.
Rixian?
because I was heartbroken at
You're
the early 20s. I was heartbroken and didn't feel the need to contribute.
love is not a necessity for childbirth, Rixian.
It is for Rixian.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. This probably contributes strongly to Rixian's ineffectiveness at making friends. He is at your age. You are not only considered odd, but actually considered lesser for having not contributed a child to the community.
Ouch.
Okay then. A few housekeeping notes. We do know that at least one of you has been to the hunting grounds. Arinar, you've also been to the hunting grounds. Something is killing Pepper. She is having the best time.
That ouch was just the perfect response
Ouch.
ever. Ouch.
Arinar, you've definitely been to the hunting grounds at least once, if not several times throughout your life, though you may not go regularly. That's up to you. The hunting grounds are viewed with a lot of caution and danger, high-risk areas. As soon as you venture basically into the dotted red line area, you are within the hunting grounds, and your likelihood of getting lost, dying, being eaten, or just generally suffering some, fell fate goes up drastically. The fact that Lily has been there repeatedly and goes, often and willingly speaks to her either stupidity or bravery. Not necessarily, and it could be both. Most peoples who enter the hunting grounds throughout their lives usually end up dying because of the hunting grounds. It is just not a safe place, and as mentioned in your background information, the labyrinth, the name for this massive cave system, is supposedly alive, or at least some people seem to think so, and it is hungry at night. So, let's talk a little bit about characters that might know each other so we can establish existing relationships. Everyone knows or knows of Theodore Sweetcakes. He is the oldest member of the party, and in such a profession that his face, or at least his work, will have him, come into your life at some point. Maybe the only thing you know about him is that he runs a bakery and that you've, had a sweet cake at some point in your life, or maybe you have actually interacted with Theodore, but at the very least, he's not a new name to you. For the rest of you, though, the question remains, do you know each other? The two half-elves probably at least know of each other. Whether Rixian lives in the small half-elven side community or not is up to him.
No, I do not.
Okay, Rixian lives in the main community and does it, and may only know of Lily, as she is one of those separatists or something like that.
Sorry, I like to make my story a little sporadic.
That's fine. What about the rest of you? Do you think you might know each other? I suspect that Rez probably is not really knowing of anyone but maybe Theodore Sweetcakes, and maybe only of Theodore Sweetcakes, not directly.
I had an idea
Okay.
that maybe she recognizes one of these people
Mhm.
eventually when they meet up because,
Right, for reasons.
have used them in some sort of way to get what she
Right. I mean, you pilfering sweet cakes is a thing that it probably has been done for many years amongst the communities.
Particularly the young children. They believe that once a year there must be, as a rite of passage when they turn 13, pillage my storeroom.
Indeed.
And it's most distressing, but I allow it to happen every single year.
It's basically a senior prank by now.
I think Lily would know Sweet Cakes because after she goes to the hunting ground, she would go and like spend time there
Okay.
a little bit.
And given that you do frequent the hunting grounds, maybe you have on occasion brought back like rare mosses or fungi that are potential ingredients for things like the Sweet Cake Bakery or other food sources.
Yeah.
Okay. About you, Aranar, do you think you know anybody?
First thing I forgot that was who I
I was like, wait, did you forget her name?
am. I definitely know the Sweet Cakes guy. But I feel like after the death of my child, I became more recluse, so I might not know anybody else.
Okay. So, I mean, especially having had a child, it's very likely that you've. Well, I mean, that's a question. That when you had a child, were you raising your child, or did you leave it to the communal raising?
Sorry, my brother's leaving. Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Were you raising your child before its death, or was the community raising it?
The community.
Okay.
So I guess I could have interacted with people a little bit during that time.
Yeah, so maybe you were, at least at that time, and maybe up to then, you were a member of the community. But afterwards, you secluded yourself somewhat. Okay. Cool. So, all of you have been chosen or volunteered yourselves as members of this kind of expeditionary grouping. One other group is leaving Sunny Lake on this same task, but they are heading up to Sunny Builder to head off into their hunting grounds to follow wanderers there. Yours will be the only group heading out, at least at the moment, from Sunny Lake and into Sunny Lake's hunting grounds. You know that... Where'd my notes go? You know that 4 days ago, or four sunrises ago, a young man named Neiltz Waterfinder became a wanderer. Neiltz Waterfinder is from a water-finding family. He's part of the groups that look for new sources of water or purify existing sources of water for the consumption of the community. He traveled into the eastern hunting grounds where you're going to be sent, and has not been seen since then. A now somber but recently grieving member of his family, one of his siblings, not his parentage, is working with Elder Mossback, the turtle who runs her community, and will answer questions if you have them, or give you anything that you might think to ask for about the young man. Other than that, all you know is that he's headed east into the hunting grounds 4 days past. It's morning here in Sunny Lake. The sun rises and days are short here in the underground. Not because the sun is any less present above on the surface, but because you only have a narrow shaft providing sunlight. So you don't have any of the benefits of dawn and dusk. Your days are only as long as the sun is actually high in the sky. So it's morning, which is something more like 11 a.m. as opposed to 5. And everyone is waking up, doing their duties, getting to work, and you are all in your homes or wherever it is you find sleep and rest, and preparing yourselves. You know that you're to meet Elder Mosk back at the morning sun, which is in half an hour or so. Is there anything that anyone feels that their character or they would like to do before you meet up with Elder Mossback?
I've probably called my family together to, you know, just in case I don't come back, wish them all the best, hand off things that I need to do. And then this particular morning, probably after everything's already been dispersed from like days prior, give all of them a hug and then head off.
Okay. How much of your, like all of your family, all 27 of them, or just like the ones that
All
work in the
20,
bakery?
all 7 and their wives and
Oh,
husbands.
the
And
full family. There's a solid 40 people in and around the bakery.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't I have to do some morning spell prep or something like that if I
As a
recall
prepared caster,
correctly?
yes, you wake up in the mornings, and part of your morning rituals would be communing with nature to decide on if you'd like to change your spells for the day. If you don't, then we will assume that you carry forward whatever your choices were for the previous day. If
Okay.
you, as a character, have any other things that you'd like to do, like just are part of your day, you certainly do those as well. Okay. Anyone else? Morning activities.
I would definitely, I think I would sit down with my mother, for breakfast, and I'm sure by now she's seen me packing my bag, and she.
At first, she was
definitely-
extremely concerned that you went Wanderer.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna sit her down and tell her something to the extent of, I've heard that the what is he, turtle moss?
Elder Mossback. She is a
Elder-
Tortle, which is her race.
Okay. Our elder Mossback has asked for adventurers to seek in the help of finding this other person, and I'm gonna use this as a way to try to make a better name for myself, and try to make a better name for my family, and try to be something more than the failed procreator that I am. So that's the conversation I'm going to have with her, and I'm not going to mention that I hope that this will bring me closer to my brother that I've never met, that is somewhere out there, but that is absolutely going to be one of my biggest motivations in doing this. So.
Your mother, being a mother and an intuitive person, brings you a scarf that once belonged to your brother.
All right. Well, I.
She doesn't say anything, and
Because here we go.
just wishes you well.
Mother, are you bringing me this? Whose scarf is this? What is this?
She hugs you and attempts to hold a stiff upper lip and just pushes you out the door.
I wipe a tear out of my eye. I shove the scarf in my backpack, and I'm on my way.
Okay. For those of you not looking at Roll20, I put Elder Mossback on the screen if you'd like to see what a turtle looks like.
Oh.
Surprisingly turtle-like.
Very turtly.
Mm.
Definitely turtly enough for the Turtle Club. C-movie references for those who are old enough. Okay.
Does she know Master Splinter?
She does not know Master Splinter. But she is a master of disguise.
Mm.
Alright. Anyone else? Morning activities.
Yes, I hang out my place of slumber, and I read a few passages of one of my favorite books that I do not know the title of because I've lost the cover.
Good, good. Where did you obtain this book?
I've had it with me since I left one of the small towns that I visited a couple years ago. That I don't know the name of either.
Excellent. So at one point, perhaps you visited Sunny Ruler or Sunny Builder, the other two major communities in your area, and you obtained a coverless book there.
Yes.
I see. Now, I hadn't asked you this before because I know you're new. Would you say that Rixian is a worshiper of the sun?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, as a cleric, you are religious. You have a divine something that gives you your power. Most of the religion here inside of the underground is sun worship. It's the thing that powers most of your lives, and so most people, whether they are truly religious or not, are part of the sun faith. You don't have to be. You can worship other things, and given your domain choice, you don't necessarily need to be a sun worshiper at all. But if you want to be, you certainly can. Okay. So, you awaken, you reread a few of your favorite passages. You keep your book, you leave it at home.
I'm keeping it with me.
Okay. For a little brief tutorial on your Roll20, if you'd like to add your book to your inventory, feel free to do so. At the bottom center is your equipment, and there's a little plus button.
You said Roll20 bottom center?
In your character sheet, in the center at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Okay, hit the plus button, add your book.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just put book, it doesn't have to be title or anything?
You can put whatever you want.
Okay.
You can put, like, maybe torn covered book, so you remind yourself that you made this thing up today.
Yeah, okay. I got it. Okay.
Alrighty. Lumi, any morning activities? Sorry, Lily.
Yeah.
Okay. We will meet up with Elder Moss back at morning sunrise. You're meeting in the area that adjoins or is next to the sun shaft. This is the center of the community and where most of the communal activities take place. Is also the place where your sun crystals are stored, as these absorb the sun's light and store it for any necessary uses throughout the day. Each of you will be given a sun torch as well as a sun torch shield or container. These are already in your inventory. The descriptions are provided inside of the item. Those of you watching, and for those of you outside, outside the game, a sun torch is a stone or some other, like hard construct, like a torch, but not made of wood because you don't have any. That has a claw or a divot in which a particular style or type of crystal has been placed. The crystal is able to absorb sunlight to a certain capacity, and they are kind of cut down to this size to be as regular as possible. The sun torch holds light for a number of hours before going out, as it will slowly dim over the course of the last 10 minutes or so. The sun torch shield is a very particular type of metal alloy that has been constructed into a kind of oblong or rectangular box in which you can place a lit torch, and while inside the box and completely enclosed, the energy will not fade from the crystal. This does not extend the lifetime of the torch, but makes it so that you can choose when you're using your torch or not. So it always has that maximum of, I think I put 4 or 5 hours, but you can separate those times if you feel necessary. Each of you is given exactly one of these. So you have 5 sun torches, 5 sun torch containers or shields. One of you has a sun torch bullseye shield, which is the bullseye lantern equivalent item, which means that you can open a side of the shield itself and push out light in a particular direction. Beyond your initial hours of this sun torch, and however long this takes you on your journey, you will be on your own for light. Aside from perhaps Lily, the other four of you have probably never been without a light source in your times departing from one of the sunny communities. The darkness is the opposite of the sun worship. Darkness is an object of great fear here. The shadows are active when you are outside of a sunny community. They move, they writhe, they aren't just dark. Those of you with dark vision will find that your naturally granted dark vision by your race is not as strong as it ought to be. So, you meet up with Elder Mossback. She brings you over to the sun shaft area. She hands out your sun torches and your sun shields. Neilt's Waterfinder's brother is here and is available if you have questions, as is Elder Mossback. Good morning! It's time to go. Any last minute question?
I have a question over here, if you don't mind.
Hmm.
So this Niels character that we're going in search for, why was he out there again?
Niels went wanderer.
Oh, so he's just like the rest of them then.
Yes.
Did he leave behind any clues why he decided to go this route?
Do any of them? Did your brother?
I mean, I wasn't there for it, unfortunately. I had zero clue that he existed. I'm really surprised to hear that you knew of him.
Well,
Could you
when
tell
you're
me anything about him?
as old as I am, it helps to know a lot of things.
I mean, that's fair enough, but, well, is there... Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? I mean, I feel like we're kind of going into a very blind situation here. I don't know.
You are? We don't know why the Wanderers leave. Only 3 generations back, perhaps they began to pop up. As each generation progresses, more Wanderers come, and we fear that 3 generations from now we may lose more than half of all children to the wandering. Such is why we're sending people out.
Did Niels have any sort of jobs when he was here? And was he well off? Was he poor? What was his life like?
Hi. Sorry, I'm Neil's brother. We're the water finders in here in the lake. So me and Niels used to go out every 3 days to find water. And 3 days ago, I got ready to go out and find the water, and my brother was gone.
I mean, did you have any conversations with him the previous days before he disappeared that seemed different?
Not at all. He was really excited because we were gonna get our rations, and we were planning on pooling them together and getting some sweet cakes.
Oh yes.
He waves over at Theodore, a very familiar face.
Theodore waves back and come see me before you go.
Okay, thanks.
That's a dear shame. I can't imagine that he would have just decided one day without speaking ever of, interest in leaving, that he would just disappear. But I guess that's how it is.
Well, the Wanderers, they don't decide, we don't think. They just go.
Would it be crazy if I asked him to come with us?
I don't know. Would it? Why don't you ask him?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to do or not.
At the moment you are just a person who lives in a cave.
Well, I asked him kindly if he'd like to join us
Don't tell
on our
me.
journey.
Don't tell me you ask him. Ask him.
What's his name again?
Niels. You don't actually know his name.
No,
He's
his brother. I don't know his name.
Yeah, you don't know his name.
Oh, so I don't know his name.
No.
So I say, young sir, can you come with us on our journey? We could use some positivity.
Positivity.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
some bait. I don't know.
he looks over at Rixian and no, we don't go to the hunting grounds, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine then.
He looks extremely apologetic.
Oh,
Good.
Lily's gonna look at Rixian and be like, I think we're fine with the party that we have.
And I respond with if you say so.
Just respond.
You don't have you don't need
Oh,
to.
This is not
okay,
fun.
all right, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm learning.
You can so when you're role playing, normally you narrate your actions, but if you're going to speak, you just talk.
Okay.
So if you want to
Got
be
it.
like respond in a minute, but like he turns to Lily and then you say words, but you don't even have to go that far. You could literally just respond.
Okay. Got it.
Mossback digs around in a large satchel and on her like sizable shell and pulls out a number of what you guys know of as paper. It's not truly like paper, it's moss paper, but you know, you make do with what you have. I'm not sure if any of you are artists, but those who frequent the hunting grounds find it's useful to at least attempt to track their progress so that they get lost less often. She hands them over, as well as a small handful of like charcoal sticks. Or actually, you'd have chalk. You don't really have a means of making charcoal, but you could make chalk here. And if a character would choose to make an in-character map after you leave through the hunting grounds, I will provide you a separate page that is just a big old black, empty screen where you are now, if you'd like to attempt to map something. We'll get that in a little bit. So she hands that over, or just to whoever's willing to grab it, basically, and looks to the brother, who no one has asked him his name, poor guy, and he says, "Didn't you want to give them something of his?" Oh yeah. Here's a shirt. I don't know if this helps, but I know some people smell things, so here you go.
Some people smell things.
Some people smell things.
Is he handing this to like anybody? Or
He
any
literally just
specific person?
so no one has really chosen to step forward in any capacity. So you guys are standing in a semicircle, and he just kind of thrusts it out into the open space.
All right, I'm gonna take it
Okay.
and I'm gonna sniff it.
It definitely smells worn and unwashed.
Okay.
Lily's
I'm
gonna
pass it to the next person.
Lily's gonna what?
Lily's gonna step back when she sees somebody sniffing.
I'm gonna give you a look of disgust.
Red.
Okay. For reference, both Lily and Aranar have an animal form in their wild shape list that have keen senses of smell.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna look at you with disgust.
So, just so you know, out of character, like maybe that's not something your character is like wanting to do, be the tracker, do this kind of stuff. But just so you know, mechanically, both of you do have one of the wild shapes I prepared for you that has a keen sense of smell.
Yeah, so I guess like in the circle that we're in, I'm gonna be between Lily and what is your name, Jax?
Aranar.
Aranor.
Aran-
Aranar.
Aranar or Aranor?
Aranar.
Aranar.
Nar.
Nar.
Like isn't yeah. Nar. Yeah.
Nar.
Aranar.
Okay.
Yarr.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna either pass it to Aranar or Lily.
Lily stepped back, looking disgusted. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna try to pass to Aranar.
Yeah.
Aranar, do you want
Um,
this smelly shirt?
I reluctantly take the shirt and gently sniff it.
It smells worn and unwashed.
I also look
Wait,
at you with disgust.
At this point, I could I could turn into a bear. How long does it take to turn into a bear? Would that be excessive?
It takes
To
6
do?
seconds to turn into a bear.
I take the shirt and I
Okay.
throw it into the ravine.
Do you?
Shut up.
Yeah,
What ravine?
the nearest little
There's
amount of
there's
water
no
on the
ravine.
The
side.
nearest, I mean, there's a
We're-
giant lake, but there's no ravine.
Okay, well, I'm taking it and I'm throwing it into the lake.
So Rixian walks over to Aranar and would like to, and is going to try to snatch the shirt from her grasp.
This is the last
Um,
relatable
Wait, how
thing that guy has, and you're
how
gonna,
tall?
Like,
How tall is he? How tall is he?
I'm 5'11".
Fuck, you're taller than me. All right. How strong are you?
How strong do you look?
Like- Yeah, how strong do you look?
I'm average and toned.
No, you're definitely
Okay.
below human average
Well-
on strength.
Okay.
So when
Alright.
when it comes to things like physical attributes, especially strength, your stats come into play. Rixian,
Okay.
you have a below average strength, given as you can see by your -1. So you are a little on the thin side.
I jerk backwards and turn into a bear.
Okay. Rixian walks over, looking disgusted, and attempts to snatch the shirt. The slightly stronger Aranar holds on, backs up, and then fucking animorphs into an enormous bear. She is now a large creature. She is like, this is full on like brown cave bear. She's twice Rixian's size.
And I growl at him
Okay.
very loudly.
Elder Mossback is like, whoa, calm down, everybody. You are at least pretending that you like each other for the duration of this journey.
Easy bear, have your shirt.
For reference, when druids wild shape, when they metamorph,
They don't understand anything.
huh?
They don't
You
understand
gotta let him
anything.
finish
They
talking.
do. They maintain their intelligence and all their mentality. I was gonna say when they metamorph, all of the carried or worn objects either absorb into them or are like dropped to the ground. So like her robes disappear, or whatever her clothes were, her shoes, the shirt she's holding, all of it just kind of vanishes, and bear fur replaces as she kind of turns into that huge creature.
I'm a giant bear. I
As
wanna
as
absorb everything.
she drops her items, I look down
didn't
and I
drop
see
it.
her underwear.
She absorbed.
No, I
it.
absorb. What the fuck, dude? I absorbed it.
Fuck, I didn't do it in time.
he's looking around
Yeah.
like, God damn it, she absorbed it. This is great.
I sniff the shirt again in bear form.
So you didn't absorb the shirt?
The shirt that was in my hand.
Correct.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was in my hand,
You,
so
I
I
mean, you
absorbed
can.
it.
You can have chosen to. It's a choice. So you could have dropped it or
Oh,
absorbed
okay.
it.
I dropped it so I could sniff it.
Okay. Rixian, in the 6 seconds
Are
that
you still gonna?
she's dropped the shirt and is becoming bear, I suppose you could try and snag the shirt.
I do try to snag the shirt.
Okay. We'll have our first roll off of the game. I need the both of you to just roll dexterity on the left side of your character sheet. There's not the saving throw section, but the actual attributes vertical column. If you click the word dexterity, you will roll. Now, hold on, Jax. You don't do this yet. You need to roll
Okay.
as a bear. So, in your character list, if you go back to where I told you to find that, you'll see Bear Jax. And you need to roll Bear Jax's dexterity.
Okay. How do I do that? Oh,
Just-
did I do it?
You did.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, that's Rixian's. You need to click Dex in the Bearjack's sheet.
I did.
You did? As in,
Bear-
am I scrolling?
Bearjacks.
Oh yes, I did
Oh,
not
wait.
scroll. Good job, me. Okay, yeah, you've got a 4. Nice job. So Rixian.
Well, okay, can you explain the rolls? I don't know what this
Sure.
is.
So, when you roll anything, it's usually to attempt to do something or to react to something. In this case, dexterity is your ability to be quick, live, dodging, all sorts of stuff like that. So, Rixian, noticing a small window of opportunity, steps forward quickly and snatches the shirt while Bearjax is becoming Bearjax. And as she notices, as her bear eyes form, she looks down and attempts to put her giant bear paws on the shirt, but it's too slow. And Rixian dances back a little, shirt in hands.
So the higher the number,
Can
it's
I-
like,
Yes, the higher
Yeah.
number, the better performance.
is there anything that I need to know about whatever number you roll? Is there like a lucky kind of number, or is there like...
Rolling the maximum and the minimum sometimes has special results. And if you did, it will the game will normally tell you. It'll like highlight in green when you roll max and red when you roll min.
What's maximum?
20
And
on the there's a bunch
20.
of different sided die. So this roll had a maximum of 20, but some will have a maximum of 6.
Can I still smell the shirt from where I am? Like the distance between us?
Roll perception with advantage. So here's another thing we're going to learn today, and many times in the future. Bears have a keen sense of smell, and they get advantage on perception checks that rely on their sense of smell. Perception is a skill that is your ability to see, hear, smell, or sometimes taste or touch things, and how good or clearly you do so.
Where do I find that?
So you don't have a specific section for it in this sheet, because actually you do.
Okay.
It's in the skills area in the but what we're learning about right now is also called advantage. So there are 3 systems of rolling. That's not the button. Click the cog again to make that shrink.
The cog again.
On the top right of your sheet, there's a little wheel, little cog wheel.
Mhm.
Click that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There you go. So, in the normal sheet on the right side, and in the NPC sheets or the bear sheet on the top, there's an advantage, normal, and disadvantage series of buttons. Normal is what you're rolling most of the time, and it means you're rolling 1 die for whatever it is you're doing. Advantage means you're rolling 2 die and taking the better result. Disadvantage means you're rolling 2 die and taking the worse result. These all happen for a variety of reasons. In this case, she is given advantage by her keen sense of smell, and so she clicked advantage, and then she will click perception in the skills list.
Where is it under my skills list?
Left side, the lower red box says skills. The last entry says perception +3.
I'm not seeing it. Am I
Don't click
blind?
that. Don't click that cog.
Oops.
So left side of Bearjax.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
lower
looking.
blocks, there's saving throws, skills, senses, languages. Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Yep.
Okay, I'm illiterate. It's fine.
Okay. So she rolled
There.
2, and as you can see, the game automatically highlighted the better one. She got a 16. Yes, you can easily smell the strong odor coming from the shirt.
Okay. I guess I get to be the tracker now.
If you want to. So the bear takes a strong, heavy, given its size, inhalation. And you think you can smell this particular body odor kind of all over the place, given that he was a member of the community. Rixian, you are not talking to us if
You're-
that's what you're trying to do.
Yes,
You're
I was,
muted.
sorry.
Okay.
I said, I waved the shirt in front of her, teasing her, and saying, 1 more step and I'm throwing it into the lake.
How old are you again?
27.
For reference,
Now, youngster, if you take on that language around me, I am not giving you a sweet cake.
I growl.
the
He
bear
I look at him,
growls.
Anyway.
I'm disappointed.
The brother, the young brother, looks over and says, "Sir, that was my brother's. I I'd prefer you didn't damage it.
I ask him for something of his belongings in return if I was to give him the shirt.
Well, no, sir. Y'all can keep the shirt. I don't want you. I don't need it back. I just prefer you didn't ruin my brother's things.
Your brother is of no concern to you anymore.
He looks a little heartbroken, a little crushed. No, I disagree.
If you don't come along with us on this journey, he is of no concern to you.
I see. He looks over towards the rest of the group and goes, "Y'all got kind of an asshole with you."
He doesn't speak for me. I do apologize.
Well, I mean, I guess that's all I came here to do. Elder Mossback, I appreciate this. I'm gonna go on home.
Stop. I'm just kidding.
He just leaves.
Relax.
Nope, he's fucking going. You see a like a defeated, hurt slump to his whole body as he slinks away.
Lily's gonna walk over to Vixian and she's gonna try to thump him on the head
Just give him a big old right on the forehead.
with force,
Oh,
even
with
though she's
force.
small.
Okay.
I stop her arm and I say, you better get a step stool if you try to do that.
Oh my god.
Being a full foot taller, it is definitely a reach as the small half-elven woman attempts to thump Rixian.
Okay, she's gonna try to kick him when he does that.
Okay.
I allow her to kick me.
How hard would you like to kick him?
With force.
You intend to deal real
Yeah,
damage.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He is an asshole. I agree. All right. Roll d20 plus strength. I guess just roll strength then, because you don't really need to add proficiency. A 9.
Question.
Yes.
If I choose not to, I mean, can I do something about it? Can I stop it? Can I?
You normally could, but you already said I allow her to kick me.
Okay, yeah, okay. In general, though, but if I allow her and she rolls like the max number, do I die?
You have more HP than that. But you would take damage, yeah. So, like, if you hadn't said I allow her to kick me, she would have missed. Like, you'd have moved a leg, or it just wouldn't have been hard enough.
Yeah.
But because you said so, she gets to deal minimum damage, which is exactly 1, and give you a small bruise on the shin.
Okay.
But that does drop your current hit points by 1. She kicks you somewhat hard.
Just shut up and get on with the mission already.
All right, shorty.
I turn back into a Genasi and just give him a look.
Okay. It is worth important note, especially since for both of you druids, you have a limited number of times you can do that per day. You've just used one of them.
Yeah.
So if
What a
you,
waste.
if you get into trouble
Thanks.
later,
Careless act.
indeed.
Oh my god.
All right.
Young sir, before you go, I wanted to give you something.
He's distracted with his grief and now his shame as his brother.
Wait,
is
isn't he
no
gone
longer...
already?
Yeah, he's still walking away.
You could no, because I tried to stop him. I said, "I'm just kidding. Sorry." He's like, "He's
Right,
long
and
gone."
no, I said, and he's gone. He's going. He's not turning
Oh,
around
like
for you.
okay, okay.
Like he is in.
Like he's ignoring me.
Yeah, he's ignoring you.
okay.
He's in the act of leaving. Not he just
Got it.
vanishes.
I thought he was just gone.
No. Okay. So Mossback, she handed out your pieces of paper if you wanted to do a map. You've got your sun torches. She looks off towards the northeast, towards the exit for your community, and then back at the group. Well, it's time. Anything else?
Could you give could you give a little note to that man who left earlier, the young man whose brothers wandered off? Uh, I'm gonna give him a small voucher so he can get some sweet cakes on me.
Yes, I will give that to young Jim.
Thank you.
She takes out a small, just a pretty like big pen. 'Cause she doesn't. There's not a whole lot of fingers to turtles, and writes a small note: voucher for Jimothy, to be given to the sweet cake bakers.
Theodore, why are you so concerned about his feelings?
Because he's a young man who's worried about his brother, and he was grieving, and you gave him quite an emotional bruising.
Fair enough. Continue.
All right.
There's being kind to people costs very little normally. And if you're not willing to be kind, then people will know, and it will cost you a lot more later.
I'll be extra kind to you for a sweet cake later.
You don't get one, young sir. Not until you apologize to that young man.
I've tried. He ignored me.
Try again later when he's not so pissed that you're upset at his grieving.
Would you try with me? We could offer him a sweet cake in return.
Excuse
Why
me,
don't you write him an apology note and I'll have it delivered with the voucher?
I do not have a pen.
Can you write?
Yes, I can.
Oh.
I'm a wise man.
Yeah, use mine then.
Why is your pen covered in slob?
Because
Slob?
I lick it every morning when I'm figuring out how I'm going to make my cupcakes.
It would be wise not to look a gift horse in the mouth, sir. Or a gift.
Quiet down,
mouth.
bear.
Alrighty.
All right, can we just get a move on with our journey?
Rez, did you have something to say?
What's up?
Pepper? No? Okay. Mossback closes up her pouch of things she might have decided to give the party and gestures towards the northeast. What do you
I
do?
turn back and I wave
To who?
to the. Oh, I forgot her name. The tortoise.
Oh,
Tortola.
Mossback.
Yeah.
Okay. Elder Mossback is her name. She's
Elder
and
Mossback,
she's a
got it.
turtle.
You know what? I'm gonna take notes.
Oh, notes are a good idea.
Smart.
I need to remember this. Elder Mossback.
Elder Mossback.
Oh, wait, one more.
It's in.
What's the guy's name? Nixian?
That's your
No,
name.
Neil.
No. I was thinking of that guy.
Oh, Neilt's Waterfinder.
Neil's water. Yeah. Okay, I just need to remember the names.
Okay. So the party heads northeast out of the community towards the hunting grounds. Distance on this rough regional map is pretty long here. It'll take you the better part of a couple of hours to reach the hunting grounds. We, the viewer, and I see the party making their exit to Sunny Lake and look down upon them as they awkwardly come together for the first time, given that none of them decided to know each other. You've got a couple of hours to blow. Does anyone converse? Chit-chat? Attempt to make friends?
I feel like this needs to be said after the events that I've seen, that I don't want any of you touching my stuff. So stay kind, I don't know, 4 or 5 or maybe 6 feet away from me, please. Thank
Social
you.
distancing.
I tap Lily on the shoulder and say, "Watch out with the physical abuse
I
in the
don't
future."
I don't understand why you have to get so aggressive. We were put onto a mission and you just have to get aggressive and waste time. It makes no sense.
Speaking of aggressive, you're the one who left the bruise on my shin.
You deserved it. You told a guy that you did not care about his brother, basically calling him worthless.
That was pretty heartless.
Maybe
Was
maybe
extremely
Arrow-
heartless, and Lily's gonna go kind of stand next to Rexagale and be like, I hope this is okay. I don't want to stand near them. Or him, I mean.
You know, I can't say I wouldn't be doing the same thing. So, yeah. I mean,
Does anyone want
we're
a
all
sweet
together.
cake?
I would love a sweet cake,
Yeah,
Theodore.
please.
Let me go grab a few from. Let me grab a couple they- out of my pack here. I keep them in a little box, little leathery box. 1 second.
I just want to apologize for my aggressive behavior. I am working on my temper.
that you should.
I don't want to talk to you though.
Hot calling kettle black already. I love it.
A question though. He got some sweet cakes out of his pouch or whatever. Does that like mean from his inventory? Like, is he losing out on food or anything, or just like made up?
I don't know. What does it mean?
I don't know.
It means that he brought a small number of sweet cakes with him from his preparations
Right.
before he left.
As the owner of a bakery, he has the option of bringing extra things that might have existed outside of his standard adventurer's starting equipment. Some of the minor benefits of backstory.
But does he like lose like the numbers, like the quantity he has for throughout? Or
Yeah,
no?
Yes.
yeah. He doesn't have an unlimited quantity of sweet cakes.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna get a sweet cake every time we stop or something?
He has a small bag of freshly baked sweet cakes that will last either until they're eaten or they've gone, hockey puck.
Stop. I mean, avoid eating too much on our journey so early on. Sweet cakes.
Oh,
We need to save some for later.
How many
there's
times
something
have
to be
you,
said for
been out?
morale, and I do think that we probably could use a little bit of that here. I do thank you for your advice, though, even though I'm going to disagree with it.
Good call, Gramps.
Lily's gonna tap Theodore on the shoulder and like try to go on her tiptoes to whisper in his ear. Mr. Theodore, I don't think he deserves a sweet cake.
Right. Get shit on.
Oh, get him! None for you, okay?
I whispered it, so.
Well, I would agree with you, but he wrote his apology letter, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
In which case, he can have one too. Is that okay?
If you think it's okay.
Well, thank you. I think it'll be okay. And then he'll hand one out to everyone.
Okay. Everyone gets a delicious, fresh baked sweet cake. Only
I eat mine before anyone else gets to bite theirs.
Just...
Yes,
Okay.
very quickly.
Lily's gonna do her sweet cake happy dance.
Excellent,
When she gets
excellent.
home.
Oh, you're that boy. Yes, I remember very much. That I loved that dance every time you came by.
It's like a little
It-
happy pop while she eats it.
Okay.
Always brought a smile to my face every time.
You bring a smile to my face, Theodore.
Theodore's got that like
Aw.
old man, easy to cry kind of mentality. You know, he's like always brings a smile, and he's watering up already for some reason.
Hmm, absolutely.
Is he Santa Claus? I just need to know.
I don't know that Theodore is a portly gentleman.
I just feel like he's like the grandpa that we all imagined always wanted, you know?
That's who he is to Lily, because she always
look, he
goes out for
probably has-
sweet cakes.
He probably has like a little, like, you know, a little rotund, you know, on the at the belly,
You got,
but
you
is
got, you got a
otherwise
pooch, but you're
okay.
not like huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I feel like Lily and Theodore's relationship is like she'll go and hug him.
Okay.
It's like that kind of closeness.
Okay. For the other three of you, have you ever had a sweet cake from Theodore's Bakery before?
First time.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say yes. Rez has had his sweet cakes. She may have stolen them from somebody at some point. She did like them, so yes. She hasn't formally stepped foot in the shop though before. So
Okay, but you have definitely tasted them before.
yes.
Okay.
So how many did you steal when you went through the senior prank?
An amount.
I have nothing to say.
I will never confirm nor deny any thefts that may or may not have taken place.
Plead the motherfucking fifth.
Rezagale, can I have some of your sweet cake? I'm still a little hungry.
Everyone gets their fair share.
You can have part of mine, but I want something in return for it.
Never mind.
Okay.
Erinar, did you say you'd had sweet cakes or not?
Yes. I used to get them with my child.
Okay.
So
So just
had them
one,
before.
just one as having them for the first time. Theodore, as the party walks along and you share out your sweet cakes and you watch them with a familiar, joy of seeing someone enjoy your cooking, your baking, you keep a particularly strong eye towards Rixian. You don't think he's ever had one of your cakes before, and you're always interested in what that first reaction is going to look like. And the world around kind of slows to that molasses halt. Everyone else freezes in time, and you hear from somewhere else. One more into the fold. Time resumes, and you head back to, or continue up the northeast path.
He says nothing and just keeps walking.
You party, head northeasterly. A couple of hours of travel. Lily, you're very familiar with this walk. You've been to these hunting grounds all your life, and this is your normal path to take. Erinar, you've definitely been this way twice or more times. The rest of you, maybe you haven't gone here, or if you had, it was only on the way to Sunny Builder or the Moss Farms. You while away the hours in awkward conversation. Given that you don't know each other, maybe you're making small talk and having a lot more uncomfortable periods of silence than maybe you'd like. But such is the way of things with new people being forced into a situation together. Finally,
If I have something on my mind, if I have something I want to say, not out loud though, but what I'm thinking to myself that I'm going to be doing, can I still say it?
you can, but I guess the question would be why.
Kind of like a change of actions in a way, like how I'm going to be acting from now on
Sure.
for a certain reason. So if I was to say, it's like I think to myself that I'm going to be an absolute bootlicker to Theodore for more of those sweet cakes.
I see. Yeah, that's fine.
So I'm gonna be extra nice to him
Okay.
specifically. Okay.
In general, you don't have to say those things. You
Okay.
just act appropriately and leave it to the others to attempt to intuit why.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A couple of hours pass. You find your way to the entry to the hunting grounds, where the white dotted line of your map turns to the red, and where the standard, potentially lit paths begin to give way to that cloying darkness. For the better part of your journey, I'll click on the map. So from here until you got about here, you had enough light to get by. But from here and then into the hunting grounds, you are starting to lose light rapidly. And as you step off the beaten path into the red area, you will be in total darkness or dark vision areas. So we come to our first major question of some kind of in-character, potentially combat relevant play. Are you planning on lighting your path?
Am I capable of doing that?
You have the sun torch.
Without the sun torch, do I have any specific?
Did you take the light spell?
Question now, where do I see all my spells that I have now?
In the top right of your character sheet, there's a core bio spells button.
Abilities?
Nope.
Wait,
top right, not the very top
Oh,
left.
okay, spells, I see it.
Okay.
And cantrips or the ones on the below that, which ones do I look at?
So these are all the spells that you're capable of. You definitely
Every
don't have...
single one, even the one with the red dots.
So actually, I'm going to amend that. So you don't have the two without red dots.
Okay.
I think.
And am I able to read what they do? I have to click the eye, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you could continue. I'm gonna keep reading for now, just so I know what I'm.
Okay. But to answer your original question, do you have the light cantrip? The answer is no.
Okay. Okay.
Alrighty. So, party. How are you dealing with the darkness?
Lily would stick to her plan of using dark vision.
Okay.
I can't see terribly well in the dark. If we're not going to light the way, could someone lead me?
I have dark vision, don't I?
Yes, half elves have dark vision.
So I can see.
You can see somewhat. Rixian, you've never been in the hunting grounds before. Lily, you have, and you're less fearful of the dark here. So let's talk about what dark vision means. Dark vision in standard D&D means that your eyes are better accustomed to lower light circumstances. Your low light is kind of like having cat eyes here in real life. You can see you get a lot more out of much less light, and so you can see further in low light areas. Dark vision means that you can see in areas of anything but absolute total darkness. So even if it would be basically abject dark to us as humans, if there's any sources of light at all, normally you can see with dark vision. You've got that out to a certain distance. Normally it's 60 feet, though that will be different in this game.
Doesn't it normally look like black and white,
right,
just kind of like a
right,
fuzzy imagery?
When you see with dark vision, it's normally a black and white, kind of low detail version of sight. More than enough to still say that you can see, but nothing that you might consider high definition, and you can't really do colors. Here, in this game, this is going to be a little different. The darkness within the labyrinth is a little more proactive. This is not simply a lack of light. There is a darkness placed upon the labyrinth. It moves, it shifts. Your dark vision is not as far as it ought to be. And at the edges of your dark vision, it's the sight is always in motion, as if there's something just outside the edges of your sight line. This is one of the many reasons for the strong fear of the darkness outside of the sunny communities. Willingly walking into the hunting grounds without light for characters who are not comfortable in the hunting grounds, like Theodore Sweetcakes, is a cause for nearly terror. So
Everybody just follow me as I follow Lily. She will lead the way, and everyone else follow me.
Has nobody else been to the hunting grounds?
I have not. I have never been here.
Nope.
I have no experience.
I have, yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Do you want to lead, or is that my job?
I will bring up the rear. Make sure
Okay.
nobody gets
Maybe you
lost.
should bring out your fearful bear again.
When Lily figures out that when Lily figures out that she has to lead, she has a look of panic in her eyes
Mhm.
because she's always used to going in alone,
Mhm.
and she kind of like looks down at the ground with sorrow.
okay.
Cheer up, Buttercup. We'll all be right next to you.
Okay. Lily, the smallest and most fragile member of the party, takes the lead.
I want to roll stealth.
As the party enters the hunting grounds area, Lily changes a little about her walking style. She, rather than just striding forward in her small steps, you see that she trends toward the wall. She dips into the more shadowy areas where you spot where cover might be found between the rocks. None of you are required to do this, but in mechanical terms, she's attempting to be stealthy. She wants to hide and sneak or walk quietly forward. Go ahead, Lily. Knowing that she's there and following her on purpose, most of you can still see Lily, but at times it's hard. She dips very effectively into the already very low light of this area. Is anyone else following Lily's suit and attempting to be stealthy?
I am.
I am.
Okay. Everyone who would
I
like
will too.
everyone who would like to be sneaky, roll stealth.
Hold on. And how do I go back to where I was?
Rob, click the core tab and then click on stealth.
No, I know. I see bio and info character sheet and all that stuff. I don't see the previous page.
On character sheet, on the right side, there's the
Oh,
core
I see it. Sorry,
skills.
yeah, I see it. Okay. And then you said roll which one?
Stealth, which is a skill
Stealth.
on the left side.
Got it. I'm doing it now.
I'm not trying.
Okay.
So not stealthy.
What determines whether you
I'm
fail or
instead
not?
putting. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm casting Fiendish Vigor on myself.
Okay. What does that look like?
Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. To those of you who can still see in the light, when he, I think this will be a sweet adventure. You can see him kind of bolstering him. You can see his disposition lightening up, and some of you who can see, like with low light vision or something similar, see his skin take on a little bit more. Take on a darker, but it's also a bluish hue.
Okay. So, if you're looking at Roll20, if you're not, you should be. You can see that we've moved. You should have control over your character. If everyone would like to test that now, they can.
I shouldn't be going all the way off the map though. Yeah.
Probably not.
Is it supposed to be all black right now?
It is. In the top left area, you should see yourself and your party.
I can't see myself at all.
I see myself, but not anybody else.
I'm colorblind, so
Oh,
everything looks the same.
I have not given some of you vision. Hold on. Sorry, this is a new feature to Roll20.
I'm the only one with the white background, I'm assuming, right? It's a little
Yes.
hard to see.
You are the only one with the white background. All right, everyone should be able to see themselves and potentially others.
I still can't see myself.
Do you see
I don't know.
anything?
No, it's just black. Like I can see if I click, but that's it. Like just a little circle.
Huh. If I give you vision, and I've got one of you emitting light right now that I assumed you would all be able to see because that's how light's supposed to work. So
Yeah, I just see me.
I'm gonna try to refresh. And
wait,
see
you
if that
you only
does
see
it.
yourself, Jax?
Yeah, I only see myself.
But you see your image, or you can see you can see the map.
No, I can just see my like little tiny avatar.
That's so weird.
Only like
Yeah.
3 centimeter tall avatar.
One moment, submitting a bug report.
All right, Roll20. I need you to fix your shit. Jax
So weird.
should be able to see with dark vision right now. So, in the upper left corner of the map, there you should be able to see yourselves and the others. I had assumed, but apparently not. Lumi, you should be able to see yourself in a darkish shade. Knowing that you're colorblind, that will make this different. But everyone else who like night vision or dark vision in this setup is a reddish tint.
I think it's really cool because it actually looks like a cave in my eyes.
Nice. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's,
I see.
that's what you see.
That's
Darkness
what I
on the
see.
screen. All right, that's not terrifying or anything. Maybe if I
Yeah.
just reset your light. What do you see now, Jax?
I'm gonna refresh.
I'm gonna assume nothing is fine. I'll try it on.
Yeah, still just darkness.
Do you see yourself anymore?
I still see myself, but just
Alright.
in
So
darkness.
now I'm turning your dark vision back on. You see anything now?
No.
Damn it. Why doesn't dark vision work? Wait, Lumi, can you see the map?
I can see everything.
Excellent.
Look, I see me and the players.
Oh, you can see the players too. All right, Lumi's works. The rest of you suck. That's what I've decided.
No, I see everything.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. James,
Yeah.
do you see stuff?
Mine's fine too.
I mean, and
So it's just-
you're emitting the light, so it actually works for you.
So Pepper and I are the only ones who can't see.
Right.
Okay. Oh wait, okay, yeah, and Lumi has James's light. Okay, so yeah, that's all proper.
the-
So that's what it's supposed to look like for everybody. You should see
Huh.
James's light plus red if you have night vision. All right, let me destroy these tokens and we'll start over for you two.
Oh, see, that's no, don't see that at all.
Okay. So if I grab a new res,
That's what I should be seeing right there. Your face is in the camera.
that's okay. And
Well, like-
she is controlled by res. And she has vision. She does not. Res, you don't have dark vision, right? Pepper,
I thought I did.
do you? I'm asking.
I think I do.
Let's look. If you do, it's not on your sheet. And I'm pretty sure your race doesn't.
It doesn't. No.
So no dark
I
vision for you. Welcome to being Riley in your first game and always complaining about not being able to see.
Ugh.
Yup.
This is how I end up throwing a fucking torch into a gaseous
Yep, this is how.
and killing everybody.
Can you see now,
Except
Pepper?
the gnome.
Pepper, can you see?
Oh yes, it is very very tiny. Okay,
But you
Alright,
can't. But you can see now.
I can see now.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Question
Yes.
about the map. I can zoom in, but then I can't see the map. Like it goes off the screen. How do I fix this?
Zoom back
You
out,
should-
but you should have scroll bars if you zoom
Well, yeah,
in.
I can zoom in, zoom out, but if I zoom out, it's like a tiny little.
Right.
loop
So
in the
zoom in
corner.
and you should get scroll bars.
I mean, yeah, but it just if I scroll in, scroll out, it just black screen until I scroll all the way out. Then I'll see the map again.
Yeah, but you know it's in the upper left, so zoom in and just pan over.
Oh, it's right click. I'm an idiot. Okay,
All right, Jax,
I didn't
can you
realize
see?
it's right click.
No, I'm still in the dark.
Or can you see yourself?
Still can see myself though.
You
Yeah.
can- what?
I can still see my little avatar, my cute little avatar right here.
Who's who?
We'll,
That's
we'll
so
get there.
weird.
We'll get there in a sec. So Pepper, you can see now.
I can, yeah.
Okay.
I can see everyone's icons. And
All right. So if I
whatever.
turn on
What is-
Jax's dark vision, Jax, did anything change for you?
No.
No.
There's like 3 circles above my head.
Right. Those are for,
Red.
those are for numbers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if it's like a hardware acceleration thing, and Jax's laptop refuses or something.
Well, it's a Mac. Is that would that have an issue
Macs
with
are
it?
the devil, so I'm gonna
Ah.
blame that, even though I don't think it's the problem.
It's always the problem. What do you mean?
Is there possibly did I turn off something?
I don't think you can turn off the light effects as a character.
Yeah, I was just that would not make sense,
Yeah.
but
I guess I'll see if maybe I can make Jax emit light. What about now, Jax? Do you see anything?
no.
No.
I'm just refreshing repeatedly and
Okay.
like hoping one of the times I'll be able to see what is happening. What is this? 100%, yeah. Snap to center, show to others. Help in docs, maybe. I can't see the light.
What's going on?
Trying to figure out how to make Jax see stuff.
What if we just tell her where it is?
That might work.
No, this is not.
Will it work if I could share my screen instead, and she could just watch off of?
I mean, I could just turn the lights on if it's a huge problem.
Mr. D&D Master, can you turn the lights on for us?
I can.
Where's my?
But ideally, I won't have to because
If
it's
you
dark.
fix it, it's fine. Yeah.
How about now, Jax?
No.
All right, let me give you. Old
I'm so
school.
sorry.
Let me give you old school light. Maybe that works.
Could I just refresh again and cross my fingers? Oh, and now I don't have my character.
Perfect. All right.
I see nothing.
So now you see nothing at all.
Yeah. Just a big black square.
Oh, goody. All right, we'll turn on the lights.
Let there be light.
How about now?
No.
Still nothing? Okay. Other
Nothing.
players, do you see a lot more?
Yes.
Okay.
Not too much more.
Right, you can
but
see like much further than you ought to be able to.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so daylight mode is not going to fix your Jack. We're going to have to turn on all the lights. What about now,
Hey!
Jax?
I can see everything.
Good. Well, all my mood lighting is ruined, but that's okay. We'll just have to roleplay a little. So,
Can I put a 30-foot circle around my icon to see if that helps with the figure out how far we can see.
I'll give you an aura, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's do that. There you go.
That's not quite in tune with the map. I'm
It's
gonna
not.
extend that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna extend it out a little further.
Good plan. Good plan. You can
I'm
go
just gonna
2
zoom
more
in,
squares.
so-
The squares are not to scale on this diagonal map.
There you go. 60.
There we go.
That should be 6 squares about. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just about. That's good. Okay.
How do you do that, by the way, real quick?
The aura?
You-
Like the arrow thing that you just did?
Oh, the arrow. So on the top left section, there's a toolbar of options. One of them looks like a circle with a little ruler in it. That's how you do the distance drawer.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I don't see that.
In the top left of Roll20, you don't see the bar. You've got the little mouse click. I don't remember what the player bar looks like. Mine's got a bunch of stuff in it.
Is it the polygon line?
Below the polygon line, there's a circle with a thing in it.
It looks like this. I'm uploading.
Yeah, that one. If you check Discord. Do you see that, Lily?
Did you want to go? You can go lay down if you want. On the bed.
I got it, thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so let's put you guys back at the beginning as you enter this area. There we go. And we've got Lily in front. Yuri in back. What is the marching order between the two? Do you walk 2 by 2s? Do you walk in single file? Do you have amorphous blob with 2 points?
I don't mind walking with Lily
Okay.
next to her, side by side.
Up there, stealthing with Lily.
I stand side by side with Theodore.
In the back with Theo. Oh, no, in the middle with Theo, while Aerie brings up the rear. Okay, so we'll go 2, 2, 1. Okay. So, back to my light question. Are you making light, or are the 2 blind characters following characters with dark vision?
I will hold. Damn it! It's like, okay, so how far can Theodore see? He can see 30 feet ahead
Theodore
of us?
can't see at all. He has no light.
Okay, alright. Who can see right now?
Lily, who you're walking next to.
Okay, it's just Lily. Lily,
Yes.
how far can you see? What's your depth?
Her
Wait,
dark-
couldn't I see?
yeah,
I thought I could see. Oh, sorry.
yeah, the 3 of you can see. You all have dark vision 60, which only functions to 30 feet here in the hunting grounds. So the answer to Pepper's question is 30 feet.
Okay, so if I light a torch, it's going to severely diminish that.
If you light a torch, it will also go to 30 feet, and it will just overlap that effect.
Okay, alright. I think I'm going to light a torch.
Okay. You are going to unshield your sun torch.
Yes.
Okay.
Lily's gonna panic.
All right. Go ahead and panic, Lily.
What?
What's
You
what's
don't-
wrong?
Is not used to. Why are you bringing a torch in here?
I'm lost. It's dark. I can't see.
Oh, okay.
Quiet
Do you
down,
have
ladies.
another
We don't want to
method of
attract
seeing?
beasts.
I guess it'll be okay.
I mean,
What?
I can turn it off. Just tell me why I need to turn it off. I don't have any reason to keep it on. I don't know.
I've never used a torch, and it, could attract something. Oh, okay, I would know the creatures in here, right?
You are very
Or stuff
aware that there are commonly spiders, lizards, occasional things like the cave bear. Sometimes you'll find burrowing creatures like badgers, and you know that there are supposedly intelligent creatures in here like kobolds and other cave dwelling things, but you've never seen them.
Okay, do I know if they're attracted to light?
You never bring light, so you don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Well, it could attract the creatures. So I mean,
is there a way that we could, I don't know, link up so that since you can see, I can't see, and that I won't accidentally wander off?
well, we can bring the light, but are you powerful? Can you hit things with your fists or like do magic?
Funny you should ask.
What class are you?
Funny you should ask. No, I'm a person.
I do have a little bit of experience using my daggers, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, that should be enough.
I mean, what about the rest of these fellow companions that we have? I'm sure we're well equipped with all sorts of physical and magical things that we could use against something. I'm not really sure. I've just met you, and
Oh, I'm just a baker.
Rizgale would like to inspect the party.
The rest of you may chime in. I bring my daggers. That's what I've brought to the table, and I mean I have other abilities, but they don't really help in this case.
Well, I can turn into a bear, as you have seen.
I also can turn into a bear.
Well,
That's
it
good to know.
sounds like we're already 2 bears up from whatever we encounter here, so.
Enough bickering. Let's get a move on.
Oh my god, this guy.
What can you do? Are you useful?
Are you useful, sir?
Yes, I can actually heal wounds, and I can also immolate myself and turn myself into fire.
Okay, so you're not that useful. We can use the torch.
Watch it.
Can you heal that sick burn? Because
I wish I could heal that inner rage of yours to stop you from turning into a bear.
I think you need to quiet down there, Rixian, because
I'm glad Lily said something. As this conversation went on, your attempts at stealth failed while you were heightening your emotions a little.
Damn it.
Lily,
I mean, technically, we would have lost
darn.
the spell if I'd lit the torch too, right?
Right, and that's so.
Yeah.
And turning back to look out as the torch, Lily and the other two of you with dark vision. At the far edge of that dark vision, you see this cave wall here, which I will draw on just to mark my point. You see this raised section, and you can tell that there's a platform above because it obviously flattens out. But at the far edge of your dark vision, you could see kind of a black on black on the wall. With the shadowiness of dark vision, maybe you couldn't have told what that was. Lily, of course, you've seen this before. But when the light hits it, you can see that there is in fact a writing. There's some sort of drawing or writing on that interior, like low cliff face, some 30 feet off into the distance.
Okay, can I crawl or like stealth my way over to it?
Lily, you've seen this many times. You know exactly what it says.
Okay.
I'll share this into your inventory now. Everyone else can see it once they get closer.
Okay. Okay, then I'm just going to casually
wait,
walk over to it.
have I seen it then?
Yeah, you've
So
been
I've
here
been
before, so yeah, I'll put this in yours as well. So more Roll20 tutorials. In the same tab where you see characters will be the place that you receive handouts when I decide to create them. Roll20 is deciding where your character sheet is. Remember where the journal tab? So you won't have anything in there because I haven't put it in yours yet. but
You
Aranar,
mean bio and info?
no, so back in regular Roll20, not the character sheet.
Oh, but regular world. I've never seen that. Hold on, let me go back there.
So back in regular Roll20, where you're looking at the map, right? And you've got the big chat bar on the
Yeah.
right side, where where the journal was, where you went and found your character sheet. You remember that?
Yes, I have it.
Okay. So if and when I share this into your journal, you will have handouts, which will be the cave writing. Your character is looking at this from afar, so I haven't shared it with you yet. But Lily and Aranar have seen this and they know what it says, so I've already given it to them.
Hey, Randy, does labyrinth mean like a maze?
Do you mean the English word labyrinth, or do you mean labyrinth
Yes.
in my game? Yes.
A labyrinth in English.
Correct. Yeah, a labyrinth is a like an impossible maze or an extremely difficult and deadly maze.
Okay, sorry guys, my English is still kind of trash.
No worries.
No, you're
Um,
fine. You're
And,
totally
and in this case, in game, labyrinth means both maze and is referred to as a name, as if it's a creature or an object that was given the name, not just that it is a maze.
Okay.
Okay, so you see that you've just had this conversation. Lily mentions maybe we should be quiet, as you all, remember that you're in the hunting grounds, an extremely dangerous area all of a sudden. You look back out, like reflexively, you look into the hunting grounds, looking for danger that might be coming. And those of you who have not seen it before, you see this writing at a distance that, though it's too small and faded to read from here, you'll have to approach. What are you doing, party?
might I remind everyone that while we are in here hunting, we are also hunted. So, just a reminder.
I stay quiet and follow the group.
So we're getting closer to that writing.
Are you?
Yeah, I would just stealthily walk.
Okay. Lily resumes her stealth, and those of you who were attempting to be stealthy do so as well. You come to this first narrow crevice and get a better view. Now again, the aura, this big yellow circle, represents what you can see on a horizontal field, so you can't see the upper area of that flat section.
Oh, yeah, I don't see a yellow circle.
You don't see the yellow circle?
No, I just see us.
You don't see the what? Hold on, did I not show the aura to everyone?
No, I don't see it either.
This is what I see.
Hold on.
Dang it.
That's what I see.
No, I think this is purple. How about now?
Now I see a yellow
There we
circle.
go, yeah, okay.
Oh God,
I forgot to turn on the permissions.
I can't see anything.
You want me
Wait,
to
did it?
you want me to change its color?
Yeah.
How about
What's the best color?
how's that?
Does it? How opaque is yours? Is it like?
I'm black-white colorblind, so it's like everything's the same color.
Oh.
How about this?
Much better.
Okay.
All right.
Because it doesn't matter what color it is to us, as long as you can see it, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the circle represents what you can see with the torch, not including elevation changes. So, at this distance, you can all see the handwriting close enough to read. It is in kind of a runic common, so it's a little pictogrammy, but in general, you can make out what it means. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, I'm good.
You see, at the edges of your picture, there's a not circle part.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. All right, everyone has seen the handout now. You know where to look and have.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. Pepper James, you also see the handout.
Un momento.
It's in the little.
In the journal section, yeah. Should be
Yep.
called Hunting Grounds Wall Writing.
What is this riddle that you have on this writing?
That's what the writing says.
Yeah, I know. What is this supposed to mean?
That's not my problem.
Oh my god.
So, Lily, you see this every time you come in here. It's not a surprise to you at all. Erinar, you remember this, though it may have been a while since you came to the hunting grounds. You've seen it before. The other three of you are reading this for the first time. If you'd like to interact or say something, now's the time. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you keep walking it forward.
Lily, what does this mean?
Would I kind of know what that means after coming here so many times?
No, this is something that you, as a hunter, i.e., being a person who comes to the hunting grounds, have to interpret for yourself. Especially because you always come alone. You probably haven't talked about it with others. So, if you think your character has an idea what it means, feel free.
Rob, what did your character say?
I ask you what if you've seen this before. What does it mean?
Well, I see this every time I come in here. I don't really know what it means. I guess like when we're out in the daytime, we see what we see, but in the labyrinth, we see what the labyrinth wants us to see.
I see.
So the party.
I have interpreted it as when we are in the light, we can see, but we are also seen. But that's all I got from it.
The party continues forward.
Yeah.
You enter into this first kind of major open area. Lily, you know that up this ridge is usually nothing, but a couple times a year, there's a fungal growth that you've used, that you've brought back several times throughout your lifetime. To the east, and Lily and Ari both, you know that up ahead there are two major branching sections, one of which leads further into the hunting grounds, that's to the south, and one of which to the east leads to a variety of sometimes creatures, sometimes like food sources or water. You found various things out here. What are you doing?
Well, do you guys want to go explore the hunting grounds a little more, or do you want to investigate a water or food source first to see if maybe he's there?
I mean, he was
That's
a
actually-
water finder. Is that correct?
We should go check out the water.
Water would be a good start.
Okay, then we're gonna head east into the labyrinth.
South goes deep into the labyrinth. East is is like just this area.
Yeah, I want to go east.
Okay. You do know that there is water to the south, but it's more like a stream that flows deep into the labyrinth further than you've been brave enough to go. Okay. The group continues forward towards the eastern path. For the record, back when there was darkness and you required light, these little green lines were to indicate that you saw something new that I would describe to you. That's why there are green lines everywhere. So, stepping forward to your immediate north, which would have been like following the left-hand wall coming this direction, you see a path that heads into a small cavern. It looks as though there are maybe a trail of broken bones that head into this path. And Lily, you're pretty sure that you have seen creatures headed into this larger northern cave. Whether you've ventured up there before is up to you.
She would have.
Okay. You know that there's a tunnel that small creatures have used to travel in this northern path. Given that you are capable of turning into a small creature, maybe you've made that trek before, and it leads to it's a longish trail, only really suited for smaller creatures. That leads to a old feeding ground. You remember a lot of bones down the tunnel.
Question.
Hmm.
My other character, is it small or large, or can I determine the size of it?
So you as a druid have a number of beasts or animals that you can turn into that's like decided based on what you've seen and studied during your life. Your style of druid is better at transforming into animals than most, and so your bear is fucking big. Now you could choose. You still know of badgers and smaller creatures. I just didn't make character sheets for them because I only made a couple for each of you. So if you want to change into something and you think it's feasible, usually just ask. Because if you're like, I'd like to be a badger, yeah, sure, you can see badger. But if you're like, I'd like to be a dragon, no.
Got you. Okay.
Normally, feasible things would be anything that's like of a certain size or strength that could be found in a cavern environment.
Well, I was just thinking because the other one that you gave me,
The bear
it
was
could
huge.
be like the spider could be huge or could be small, but I wasn't sure.
That spider is also huge, but you could be a small spider.
Okay.
There are other ones. I just didn't make character sheets for them.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Okay. So you see that. You also see this smaller subsection here to the right side. This is a very small and currently dry natural spring. At some point there's a bed here, just a dip that is a darker color of earth, but it does not have any standing water.
Damn it.
The path also continues southward down a ramp.
Man.
What?
I'm just looking at the rest of the map out of character and I'm like, fuck.
It's fine.
There's looking shit around here.
It's
and...
fine.
Oh god.
This is why lighting was important. You would have no idea.
I mean,
Well, technically, I still have no idea because I don't really know what this entails. So I zoomed myself in so that I wouldn't ruin it for myself.
that's a good approach to take.
Good plan. So, are we continuing on? Do you want to explore either of these side areas? What do you want to do?
I think I want to explore the side areas.
You want to head north, or do you want to go to the dry spring?
I would turn to everybody and I say, do you guys want to head to the spring, or do you want to go explore these other rooms a little more?
We should look around to see if something grabbed him and pulled him aside.
Can I smell for the scent again?
Oh, smart. You can try. It would be much easier in your bear form, but you can certainly try it in your current state.
I'd like to try first in my current state,
Okay.
seeing as how we have a limited number of shifts.
Right. So,
Can I give her a helping action, like to roll advantage, because I've been in here before?
you can. What a good idea. So, aid another, or the help action, is something you can do for one of your party mates or a friendly NPC, so long as you could feasibly assist in their attempt. You have to be close enough to them to touch them, and be capable of assisting in their desired action. So if it's like, I'd like to throw a fireball, I'd like to help. Well, you can't help throwing a fireball. You don't throw fireballs. But if it's someone's attempting to track, then Lily could also be like, oh, and what about that footprint or something like that. So tracking is done with the survival skill, which is the last skill on the skills list.
Okay. Why is this always so small?
So would I roll 2, or am I just giving her advantage?
You're giving her advantage, so
Gotcha.
you need to roll
Oh wait,
twice.
should I wait?
No, you're good. Just roll again, and we'll take whatever the better result was. All right, definitely not the 5. So you got a 14. You can't smell. Human noses just aren't that good, but you do spot a variety of tracks coming through this area. some looking older or new or younger than others, but several in the approximate foot size that the man who left might have been, based on his brother at least. You definitely see tracks headed through this area that might have been his, but you can't say for certain that they were. If you wanted to follow those, they head further in to this region to the southeast.
All right, I look at the group. Do you guys want to still
They don't
see if he
they
might
don't
have?
know that, by the way.
Oh.
If you,
Okay,
you,
they don't know
you,
that
you and your character, you know the things I just told you. If you want them to know,
Okay.
you have to tell them.
Okay, so there are some tracks that might be his, but they continue on in this other. What direction did you say?
Southeast.
The southeast direction. Did you guys want to continue to look in these other caverns and check them out, or do you want to follow these tracks that are more likely his?
I turned to Rexcale because it looked like she wanted to say something. Do you have an opinion, Rexcale? What you kind of want to do?
Yeah, I mean, how often are people coming in here? How old could these tracks be?
A lot of people don't really come in here. There's would I know?
In general, the answer is definitely low, but people do regularly come into and out of the hunting grounds. But like, if you were to say, like, let's say if we took a month of 30 days, 5 people may have come into and out of the hunting grounds in that time. But you are in a low wind cavern environment, so there's not a lot of opportunity to remove tracks. So the likelihood that these are old, decently high.
So there's not a lot of people that come in here. There's like a small of us that come in and out. So these tracks are very new. So I don't know what you personally want to do.
I mean, we don't have a lot of concrete information to go off of, so I feel like these tracks are viable if our pursuit is to find this Niels character. Then I think we could follow them, but if we feel that it would be more beneficial to get a lay of the land and understand the caverns more, I don't know.
Well, I know it's not good to stay in one area for too long, because a lot of the creatures in here like to roam and hunt. So I personally think we should probably follow the tracks, unless you guys want to try to find the lost treasures in here in other areas. But
What, you said there's lost treasures?
there could be. I found some old bones once in here. I kind of like bones.
You see, before you said treasures, I was leaning heavily towards the footprints, and perhaps maybe we'll run into some treasures, on our way to those. But I'm just, I'm gonna throw up my vote for exploring a bit more and maybe coming back to these if we could.
Lily's gonna look at you with like a huge smile on your face. Do you like bones too?
Well, you see, Lily, it's a complex question you're asking me. I like bones if they can turn a decent profit for me. And I'm sure there's a bit of me that's curious and intrigued by them on their own, but often these bones are accompanied by riches and jewels and other items that I could certainly use to gain something for, so... Does that answer your question?
Would I know if there was like any other race's bones in here that I would have like taken out of the cave?
Other intelligent races?
Intelligent races, or just like any creature's bones that I like would have traded
absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Like, okay.
Like the of the 5 people a month who come into the hunting grounds, one of them usually dies. So yes, there are plenty of bones and corpses regularly.
Okay, so if I say kobold, that would make sense.
Absolutely.
Well, I once found a kobold skull, and I traded in with the shopkeeper.
Wow.
Yeah, I got like some
Hmm.
cool stuff from the shopkeeper because I found a skull.
Oh, that's what became of that cupcake mold I had.
Yeah, Theodore, do you remember that? And
Oh.
I came skipping into your shop, and I was like, "Look, Theodore, there's a skull."
I was a little distracted that day.
Oh
I'm
my.
sorry, but
No,
yeah,
no. That's amazing.
yeah. And I also found like spider bones and like human bones and half elf bones, and I'm gonna nudge Rixian a little bit. Yeah. Maybe, Rixian, if you die in here, I can take your skull to the shopkeeper.
Maybe.
Oh, take my skull first. It'll make for a very nice cupcake mold.
Not that Robert's paying attention.
I know. I'm like, what's his response?
Robert,
Hello?
hello.
Sorry. I blinked out for a second. Can you repeat what happened?
Lily just threatened to brutally murder you.
Yes.
What?
No.
Why?
She did. She was talking.
Okay, I'll repeat it again.
Okay.
A light veiled threat that she was
Yes.
going to take your skull.
Well, once I found a half-elf skull on the ground, and she nudges like your shoulder a little bit. Maybe if you die in this cave, I can take your skull to the shopkeeper and get some cool stuff out of that.
I'm gonna grasp my belongings and I'm gonna
Clutches pearls.
yell "shoo" to everybody.
She's
Back
going.
away.
Okay, Lily's gonna tilt her head to the side and just smile curiously at you.
Wait. So Rixie, you just
Did you
you
yell?
just clutched your pearls and then you yelled "shoo." Is that what you said?
No, I don't.
No.
You did yell.
Come back!
Is that what you said?
Shoot.
You say you yell "shoo."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Good job. Crawl out from the room and immediately start attacking the party.
Randy, I need to AFK really quick.
Okay.
A big dragon appears.
We're definitely about to do combat. Let's take a break. If anyone would like
All
to go
right.
to the bathroom or anything like that, we'll be back in 5.
As a big dragon appears.
Christ, for all.
Oh, lordy.
If you're talking, you're on mute.
I was just thanking my mother for a
Ah.
sandwich
Gotcha.
that she brought me. That I ate in like 2 seconds.
Nice job.
That is why my dog is so interested, because I had a sandwich.
You had food.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care to share it with me? No, it's my.
I will assist you in consuming the sandwich.
Sounds like my corgi. He was jumping on my leg earlier when I had pizza.
Pizza.
He's like, "Can I have some, please, please, please,
I will
please,
take just
please?"
one bite of the pizza.
And then another one, and then another one, and then
Right.
another one.
And any other bites that you would allow. Good sir.
I have returned from my sweet cake craving.
Ooh, the sweet cake craving.
It's always nice when life imitates art.
Can I see the corgi again?
Sure.
Corgi!
Oh,
He's like, why are you doing this? Stop exploiting me, Dad.
look at those ears.
Why you do this to me?
Well, I just appreciate it. My mom's corgi passed away yesterday.
Oh wow.
So it's nice to see a cute little corgi. Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was 14, but
Oh. Long
we
life.
might get a new one.
It hurts no matter what, but yeah.
She's so cute.
He's so chill right now.
He's finally accepted his lot in life that he's gonna get picked up.
Yep.
How old is he?
6 months, I think, right, James?
6 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going in to get fixed on Friday.
Oh.
Oh,
So he's gonna have to wear a cone for a week and a half.
of course.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I was
But-
gonna say his ears are like straight already.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's old enough for him to be
It
big.
happens about 8 weeks into it. They pop up.
Oh, it took my corgis like a couple months.
I'll put a few puppy pictures in the chat.
No.
Don't do that.
It'll just be a brief distraction, Randy. It won't be a big, huge distraction.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Coincidentally, the giant dog got fixed on Friday.
How's she doing now?
She's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, had that and dental surgery. Had to have a bunch of her tiny teeth removed because they were all broken from, I don't know, I guess long poor care.
Dang.
Such is life. Alrighty. It seems like everyone's back. Rixian clutches his pearls, shouts "Shoo!" to the vaguely threatening Lily, and in the shock once again of like you outburst, then you realize that you're in this land of darkness and danger, and everyone goes super quiet. You hear the scrabbling of clawed feet on stone as a pack of rats, one of which looks particularly off, comes rushing forth from the north side. Everyone, roll initiative. All right, combat tutorial.
Yay!
So, there's a whole lot of things here that go with initiative and with combat in general, and we'll talk about them each in turn. But for first, starting combat usually involves rolling initiative. on your character sheet, on the core page, near the center, in the center column on the top side, there's an initiative button. If you select your character token on the map before you click the roll
I
initiative.
don't see the initiation. What are you talking about?
Okay, so in the character sheet, hold on, let me go to your
Yeah.
thing.
I'm there.
I'm getting there, catching up. All right, on the core tab, right in the center column at the very top, there's initiative.
I see it. Okay.
So if you click your character token on the map before you click initiative, this will automatically roll your initiative and place it into the right box. Nice. Bumble.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
I can. In the character sheet, in the central column on the core screen, at the top is the initiative box. If you click this, it will roll initiative for you. If you have selected your character token on the map while you do this, like you click the character token, then you click initiative, it will automatically place you into the initiative tracker.
It's the letters underneath. You have to
We got
click
it.
on.
Oh, our first fumble and our first crit. Oh, yes.
It didn't work. Did I do it wrong?
It did work. You rolled you did well. What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. What? Did it?
Yeah. I see you have a 20 right there.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Alrighty. So, Aerie did not select herself. Neither did Isabel.
I thought I selected. Oh wait, you mean the?
Right. So if you click your token on the map and then you had clicked it, now don't do it again because it won't matter. But if you had, then it would automatically place you into my tracker.
Well, I thought I did click on my
I
token,
know that.
but you know what? I can't actually click on my token anymore. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't have the selection tool.
Right. You had the measure tool probably. Pepper,
I
don't
had
give
the
me that.
measure
You know
tool.
that shit.
So,
Fucking been playing D&D for
I
years.
literally have never done that.
I know
though.
you've never done it, but I tell you every game.
Why am I such a fucking dummy then?
I don't know.
Never did. I don't know. I'm sorry, Randy. Please
Okay.
forgive me.
I forgive you. So, all right. So this is initiative. You should all see the turn order on your screen, I think. Yes, the big box with the numbers. Yeah. Okay. Good. This is the order that you guys go in. Now the rats, of course, have their own initiative. They're pretty quick, apparently. For anyone who rolls the same initiative, you guys can decide amongst yourselves which one of you goes first. Doesn't matter to me. But this is the order that combat will happen in. Now, combat happens in a series of 6-second instances, and each player's turn consists of approximately 6 seconds of real time and a series of actions. Every turn is considered to have 3 actions that happen inside of a turn and 1 that happens outside. These are the standard or action, just the regular action, the movement action, and the... What's the small action called? It's not Swift, that's Pathfinder. Bonus, and the bonus action. Too many systems. Depending on what the thing you're trying to do is, it will take up one of these activities. Most often, attacking with a weapon is a standard or regular action. Moving is, of course, a move action. And the bonus action, the smallest one, it can only be done for a couple of things. Some of your spells might say bonus action, some of your abilities might say bonus action. But in general, if you don't have something specific for a bonus, then you don't have one. So, if it's currently Lumi's turn, or Lily's turn in this case, I'm not sure why it gave... Did I not rename... No, I did. That's weird. I don't know why it's her name. Anyways, Lily's turn, and her turn might start with moving, or casting a spell, or maybe transforming with her wild shape. She can do most anything here. but we'll combat tutorial our way through as the turns take place. Party has all seen the group of rats rushing forward, and they're looking at you with hunger in their eyes or something like that. Lily, what would you like to do?
Oh, how far away they are?
They are the number of squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares to the nearest one. Unlike 3-5 Lumi, even diagonals are 5 feet in 5e.
Okay.
Pythagoras does not exist.
True.
I'm going to walk up.
Okay. Feel free to move yourself.
Does that take an action because I'm close or in the range? Or
That'd be your movement action. So let's talk about movement. In the character sheet, on the central column, once again, in the core section, you'll see your movement speed listed in feet. Each square is 5 feet. If you don't have a movement speed, it's based on your race, and I probably should have filled it in for you, but I will add it now, like I just did to Jax's sheet. Okay, so yeah, central column, right at the top, right next to initiative, there's a speed box that says a number. That's your speed in feet, and you divide by 5 to get your number of squares. So if you have a 30, you can move 6 squares per move action. They are currently 1, 2, 3, 4 squares from you, Lily. So if you'd like to move, you could get there and still have your normal action to do some activity.
my speed 30?
Your speed is 30.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to right here.
Okay.
Or can I move a little more?
You can go 2 more squares if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna go right here.
All right.
And I am going to cast poison spray
So
on the.
cool. In
Huh?
roll 20, usually it's beneficial if you're going to cast a thing to link that thing to the party so we can read it. If you click poison spray, not the big entry, but the one that turns red in the list, it will link it into chat.
In the. So like that.
So that's the attack, which is just as good. But if you wanted to link the description, you would click the words poison spray, not the big red ones, but the ones above that. No, you had it right on the spells page. See where it says shillelagh, then poison spray again?
Yeah.
Click the first poison spray. Oh, never mind. How do you make it say the thing? I don't remember. Oh,
I think you just
never
click
mind.
the name.
You do. You click it, but because it's linked to an attack, of course, it just rolls the attack. I'm smart. Okay, so poison spray is a single creature you can see. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take some damage. It is a DC 12 Constitution saving throw at a range of 10 feet. Yep, that's all good. Okay, which of the 2 rats that are within 10 feet of you are you spraying poison at?
Can you ping?
Yes, if you hold left click, it will ping. If you you have the selection tool. There you go. Okay, so the front one. Okay, they have a Constitution of 0, so I will roll against a 12. Oh, that's 120, not a d20. There we go. Aha, 12. So, in Dungeons & Dragons, when defending against a thing, you are attempting to match or beat the number. So, as her difficulty class, or DC, is 12, and I rolled a 12, that means I succeed, and the creature is able to, like, stave off or perhaps dodge the poison that is spraying forth from her hands or whatever her method is. How would you describe your poison spray, Lily? Do you blast it from your hand? Do you vomit? What do you do?
So because I am one with spores, I would do like a little finger like jazz hands, but like in a weird way.
Okay.
Yeah, like that, and like have like poison come out of it.
Okay. So.
But I have a question for you though. Since like with the circle of spores, am I able to bonus action spores? I don't.
Let's go look. In your core section, you have your 2 items. So you mean your halo of spores, the feature?
I think so.
The one where you make an aura of necrotic damage?
Yeah, I just heard that you can bonus action spores or do something with spores. So I don't really know.
Okay, so the way Halo Spores works is it's an always active feature. You have this invisible aura of fungal spores at all times. And when a creature that you can see moves within 10 feet of you, you can, or starts its turn within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction, which is the only action I hadn't explained yet, to damage them unless they succeed. So you moved into range of them, which means they're going to start their turn within 10 feet. If you'd like, once their turn begins, you can activate your Halo of Spores, and I will have to save against more damage.
Okay, so in the future, how would I activate that? Would I say like I want to reaction spores on their turn?
Yes. When I start a turn near you, you just say I'd like to use my reaction to add, Halo of Spores.
Okay, that's easy.
Mm-hmm. In addition, if you use your symbiotic entity feature, that damage becomes higher, so be aware of that. Using symbiotic entity is an active action. You have to, as an action, expend a use of your wild shape feature to amplify your spores. So
okay.
So next turn you could turn on the spores or something, and then that would be a long 10-minute passive effect of more damage.
Okay, so instead of using a wild shape, I could just symbiotic entity.
Right, because your wild shapes are not very combat useful. You have they're more utility. The creatures that you can shape into are pretty weak. You can burn your wild shapes for this combat activity.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna hold a reaction to Halo Spores.
Okay. That's Lumi, sir. Erinar. So, your turn comes up. It's time to do things. You just saw Lily run off towards this pack of rats and attempt to jazz fingers acid at one of them, though the rat in particular does not appear to be harmed. What are you doing, or what would you like to do?
It says under one of my attacks, the range is 60 feet / 5 feet. What does that mean?
So you're talking about frost knife?
Ice knife.
Ice knife.
Yeah.
Ice knife says that you throw or you magically blast a knife through the air, and then when it lands, whether you hit or not, it explodes. And so that's 60 feet for it to travel, 5 feet to explode.
Okay, so I don't even have to move forward to
you
hit
can
them
hit them
right
from
now.
here.
Okay. I'd like to attempt to hit them with my ice knife.
All right, so you'd like to cast Ice Knife. All right, let's talk about casting spells, especially spells with levels.
Okay.
So Ice Knife over
what
here.
Did I just do?
I'm doing that. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what did I touch?
No, when we share your sheet, so when I mess with your sheet, you see it.
Okay.
So I've moved you over to the spells pane, and I've expanded Ice Knife for you.
Okay.
So this is the description of Ice Knife, and a lot of stuff is important here. Sometimes the components of a spell will be important. In this case, it's somatic, the S, and material, the M. Somatic means that you have to wave your hands about, do a gesture or something like that. This is important because if you were tied up, you couldn't wave your hands about, so you wouldn't be able to do somatic spells. Material means that it requires an object, And if the object doesn't cost money, then I will always assume you just have it. But so you pull out, I don't know, a knife, like a kitchen knife, and you cast Ice Knife through it as like a focus in this case. Then other things like duration is sometimes important, target, range, etc. All of these really make up the meat and bones of a spell, and then the actual description tells you what happens. So in the case of Ice Knife, you have to actually aim. You have to like target and hope to hit, and then it explodes afterwards. So if we go back to core, and I'll shrink this. If you just click Ice Knife, like the entire entry that's turned red, it will roll the attack for you.
What level? 1?
Yeah, you're still 1.
Okay.
Our first real crit of the game. Nice job. So, a couple of things. Again, I got about casting spells. So you've just cast a spell that has a level. This is something that you can do a limited number of times per game or per day. So if we go back to your spells page, you see that there's a slots section that I just clicked back up to 3. So you just used one of your 3 per day slots. Every time you do this, you would click this down, and once you hit 0, of course, you can't until you've slept.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we'll click that down to 2. Go back to core. All right. So, Ice Knife is an aimed spell. You aimed it exceptionally well, apparently, and are attempting to stab this poor, defenseless rat right in the eye for no reason whatsoever. He was the nicest fellow.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Wow, that damage.
Yeah, this combat might be over. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But as comes with playing Dungeons and Dragons and role playing, describe what happens to it. How do you cast a spell? What does your Ice Knife look like?
It looks like a primitive, what is the word? Flint-napped little knife.
Like a spearhead that would have been like tied to a stick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I licked it and then threw it.
Okay. She pulls out her kitchen blade, her cooking knife, waves her hands about a little bit, and then ice grows off of the blade. She licks it and then flings forward, still holding the kitchen blade in her hand, of course, but the ice flies with amazing accuracy directly into the eye of this poor rat, killing it instantly as it pierces the brain. Then explodes. All 3 of the not dead rats must make a DC 11 dexterity save. 3d20. All of them pass because they all have a +2, so that's 19, 13, and 11, all of which beat this save. So the 3 surprised rats see the explosion coming and juke out of the way from the explosive shards. Arinar, nice job. Good explosive damages. You still have a move action and a bonus action if you'd like to take them. Moving, of course, is just moving. Bonus for you is only you can transform as a bonus, but other than that, you don't have any other bonus action options.
I would like to position myself in front of the party.
Okay, so you step forward over where Lily is, or just in front of the trio here?
Just in front of them.
Okay.
It's sort of like putting my body in front of them.
Gotcha. All right. This poor rat has died. Oh, that's not good. Let's draw a little dead X. Poor guy. Didn't do nothing. Just trying to protect his home from yelling people.
Fucking yelling people.
The other 3 surge forward. I don't want to grab the dead rat. Stupid fucking giant selection box. Alright, fuck it. Grab him over here. Alright. The other 3 surge forward, surrounding Lily. working together to weave in and out of Lily's defenses. They gain advantage by working as a team. The first rat attempts to bite Lily. With a +4, does a 16 hit Lily's AC? AC stands for armor class, and it is representative of how thick and hardy your armor is, or perhaps how dexterous and dodgy you might be. You can find your AC in the central column at the top, where a shield-like picture says armor class. Lily, what is your AC?
13.
Ah, so a 16 does hit you. The next
No,
one. No?
don't hit me.
Too bad. Oh wait, Lily, didn't you have something you wanted to do at the start of their turn?
Oh yeah, I wanted a Halo of Spores.
Alright, Halo Spores. How does that work? Do I make a Constitution save versus your spell save DC, which you can find on the Spells tab, if you don't know it offhand. You know what your spell save DC is? Lily?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. It's up there in the top section.
12.
12. Okay.
It's 12.
Alright, so they make... One of them makes... Oh, how many can you hit? All of them? One of them? A creature. Per reaction. Okay, yeah, so the closest one to you makes a con save, which I think they have zeros at. Yep. 18, haha! Your spores do nothing.
Damn it.
Take 6 damage as a very clever rat bites deeply into your calf.
Wow.
The next rat steps forward to attack Lily. With a 23, definitely attacks Lily. See if we can kill Lily on our first combat here.
Oh, Jesus.
5 more points of damage. Then the last rat steps forward to attack Lily. This is the one that looks off. A natural 20!
I'm down.
Goodbye, Lily. It's over.
I'm down.
You're definitely down.
I have 3 HP.
Yeah, you're definitely down.
Jesus.
I
7
think this
more
is the
points.
first time this happened.
I know, right? As the off-looking rat leaps forward, Lily, already distracted by 2 heavy bite wounds on her legs, it just jumps right onto her chest, bites at her neck, and then you see her fall to the ground unconscious, actively bleeding. Now, when you go down or fall unconscious, when you hit 0 hit points in D&D, you are unconscious and dying. You're not dead. You don't instantly die. You're like bleeding out unless you or someone else can save you. So on Lily's next turn, she will roll a death save, and if she reaches 3 failures, her character dies. If she reaches 3 successes, the bleeding stops. Like it closes itself, and she's just unconscious. Magical or mundane healing will stop this process, as well as a variety of other like spells and effects. Spare the Dying, a cleric spell, Cure Wounds, owned by many classes, can halt these effects. But at the moment, Lily falls to the ground, actively bleeding. Lily, I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw, as the one who is off is less than healthy. Saving throws are special effects made to avoid, or special rolls made to avoid effects. Dexterity saving throws might be things like dodging a fireball. Constitution saving throws are usually made to avoid poison or disease. She made a perfect saving throw and therefore is not subject to the rat's disease.
Oh, that's good.
Alright. The rats have got themselves 1 meal so far, and they're looking for more. Theodore Sweetcakes, it's your turn. One of your new party mates just fell.
Well, that's no good. I liked that one. He pulls out and that's what he says out loud.
Mhm.
Pulls out a whisk, and he reaches into a pouch for what looks like some very fine powder.
Okay.
And he tosses the powder into the air and rolls his whisk around in his wrist, and says, "Go to sleep, you little rats."
Okay. Roll your sleep HP. 22.
That's about average.
Do I get a save against sleep?
Nope, it just goes from
It's just HP.
highest
All
HP.
right. Yep, they're all unconscious. Rats have 7 HP apiece, so the remaining 3, like the dust flings into the air. He whisks it about, and with a magical, mystical effect, they all and fall over asleep.
How long are they asleep for?
Now, you got about a minute. Go ahead and just pick up your knife and stab them a few times.
Well,
Or
stabby,
someone
stabby.
who's really good with a knife,
You're
stab
within
them a
my
couple of times.
command. Will do it.
All right, Rezagale, you are next. So, Theodore, would you like to move?
He'll stay where he's at.
All right, Rezagale, you're next.
All right, I'm going to use my dagger. Yeah.
Run up, stab a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stab. I'm gonna move up, right? So I'm gonna go right up here. I'm gonna stab this first one.
Okay.
That's closest to
You
me.
you get advantage and an auto crit.
Right, you get advantage, and if you hit, you automatically crit. So, prone creatures are easier to hit in melee, which is why she has advantage.
Okay.
Stunned or fully incapacitated creatures are easier to deal critical damage to, which is why she auto crits if she hits.
So should I re-roll it?
You just roll once more.
Once more. Okay.
Yeah, just roll another attack. Oh, well, all right. There you go. So, 9 damage instantly kills the rat you're standing to. Stabby. Very dead. Kapow. Rezgil rushes forward and kills off one of the remaining 3 rats. Rixian. Oh wait, Rezgil, would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
No.
Okay. I believe you have your bonus actions, right? Yeah, you get cutting action
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I don't know.
You don't have to. I was just wondering. I was making sure that I remembered.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip it this time.
All right, Rixian. 2 rats remain, and your friend is actively bleeding out.
Yeah. So you said that she's not dead, and
She's not currently dead, but she is
so-
dying.
unless the spell specifically says anything about resurrecting, I could heal her then, right?
Yes.
So I choose to heal her, and I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
All right. Let's read Cure Wounds because it's very particular.
It says a creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus.
Oops. Your spellcasting ability modifier, which is Wisdom. So the important parts of this are a creature you touch. So it's like something you have to get up in there and actually physically touch her. This is very important because if somebody's dying very far away from you in a future fight, you will not be able to cure wounds them.
Okay. But as of now, I can walk up to her and.
Yes, as of now, you can get up into that square next to her and cure wounds. Cure wounds should be in your attacks list on the core section, so it will roll for you.
Yeah. Cast at what level? Level 1, right? Or whatever?
Yes. Low roll.
What is this?
But still counts. Lily, you receive 4 healing and will awaken on your turn, prone on the ground. Rixian, be sure to mark off your spell slot used in the spells tab. So in the spells tab in the first level section.
I did my.
Go to the spells tab. Rixian.
Wait, me?
Yes, you.
Spells tab, okay.
Spells tab. See how it says 3 slots, 3 remaining? Mark that 3 remaining down to 2.
Okay.
Okay. This marks how many spells you can use per day.
Okay.
Alright. Lumi, you awaken. You are no longer actively dying. You are prone on the ground with two angry-looking rats next to you.
Stab them!
I'll kill you, you stupid fucking rats.
Okay.
All right. Aggressive.
All right, this is good.
I like
this.
it. I'm a fan of this party. All right. So what are you doing, Lily?
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I want to do that.
You're casting Shillelagh?
No, I was trying to look at the info and it
Oh,
just.
okay. Click the eye if you want to expand the info.
I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. Are you sure?
Ooh.
That sounds very loud.
That's that too. But I want to be, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and read the second sentence of the description again.
Puts you unconscious under your
No,
spell.
Do you see what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, my party would have to do it.
There you go. Thunderwave is not an enemy only spell. It says each creature within 15 feet, which means she would hit both Rixian and Rezagale.
Hey,
If she angled the cube that way.
Right.
it's okay. She's hit me before.
I would just do poison spray again.
Okay. And you can cast Thunderwave. This is an emanated cube, so you can direct it towards the rats only. I just want to make sure you are reading carefully, like critical reading about the areas for spells.
Then yeah, I'm gonna do Thunderwave.
Okay. So roll Thunderwave.
I swear to God, if you kill me.
But
She
I
won't-
just want to.
She won't hit you.
Yeah, I want to angle it so it's like hitting both, but not my party.
Right. If you'd like, part of Roll20 is there are drawing tools. So if you want the little paintbrush in your command bar, will let you draw. You could say, I would like for it to be this 15-foot cube, for example.
I would get rid of the cubes.
Click them. You have to go back to the select tool, click them, and then hit delete. Or I will do it for you. There.
Okay.
All right, so you want to hit that 15-foot cube that's just the rats. Go ahead and click your Thunderwave to link it to us. There we go. DC 12 Constitution or instant death damage. Got it. All my poor rats. Rat number 1 succeeds. Rat number 2 also succeeds. My rats are the fucking best. You guys all suck.
So they take half damage and
5 thundery damages, and I don't think they blast, right? Because they saved.
no, they're gonna awaken because they took damage. I think
You're gonna what?
they're gonna awaken.
Oh yeah, Waking. Yeah, I'm talking about the push from Thunderwave.
Right. The you don't get the push; you just get half damage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, only unsecured objects. So, Lily, you awaken on the ground, see yourself surrounded. What does your character do? How do you Thunderwave?
Okay, so my character wakes up, looks at the rats, and says, I'm gonna kill you, you stupid fucking rats. And like you see her eyes just start glowing, and she puts her hand on the ground, and then a wave of thunder erupts.
All right. A blast emanates from Lily, just like right next to you, Rixian. It is extremely loud, and you're like very momentarily your ears ring, but not any real risk of damage. All the like rocks and rubble in this area just blast off into the dark cavern beyond. The 2 rats look extremely wounded, but are still standing. Are now awake actually because they were asleep. So they shudder awake, covered in like bruises and tears. Arinar. Oh wait, Lily, would you like to move? You want to stand up?
If I move, are they gonna take a
Attack of opportunity.
opportunity?
No. So standing up does not provoke attacks of opportunity in 5e. Pretty much they've gotten rid of most of the attacks of opportunity methods that are not leaving threatened space. The only one that really remains is leaving threatened space.
Okay, then yeah, I'd get up.
Okay, so you spend half your movement, not that you may want to move afterwards, but it's half movement to stand. So you get up. Okay. Arinar. Your pal is no longer actively dying and has just cast some sort of really loud thunder spell.
Can I move in between the two rats?
No, they technically take up those squares of space.
Okay, all right.
You could move into this space,
Yeah.
or you have you probably, I think I gave you a crossbow, didn't I? If you wanted to shoot a ranged weapon.
Oh, did I?
Let me look.
I didn't see. I thought I just had daggers.
Oh, you've got a dagger you could throw. Produce flame is a ranged spell as well. You could cast another ice knife, or let's go look what else you have. Frostbite is a ranged spell. And
what's
produce flame.
Okay. I'd like to do frostbite on the funky looking rat.
On the odd rat. I see. All right. This is a verbal and somatic, so no material, but you have to say things and wave your hands, and then frostiness. Describe this action to us.
Okay. Alright. Oh man, I can think of a good one. Yeah. I whisper into my hands
Mhm.
and then blow a kiss.
I see. Okay. You whisper a small snowflake magically into being, and then blow it, flittering beautifully across the landscape. But unfortunately, the rat spots it and ducks.
Stupid rats.
I know, right? Would you like to move?
Yeah, I'd like to move. Can I move myself?
You can.
Okay.
Up to 6 squares, and that's 3, so you're good there. Technically, Rez is in this one.
Okay.
Alrighty. The rat! Ha ha ha! This stupid lady just woke up and killed one of my friends! I will attempt to attack what was supposed to be my free meal. A 21 definitely hits Lily. As a 19, my rats are the fucking bomb. You guys all suck.
I wanted to reaction.
Oh yes, you'd like to reaction to damage. Which you want to damage, the off-looking rat or the regular rat?
Off-looking rat.
All right, he will roll Constitution and succeed once more.
The hell?
My rats cannot fail. They are amazing. All right, 1d4 plus 2, 3 damage to Lily, who's still up with 1 HP, and the other one attacks. 6 more damage, and Lily goes back down.
Jesus Christ.
The very, very freshly healed,
Oh!
barely closed wounds are ripped open once again as the rat leaps onto Lily, tears her apart. Theodore Sweetcakes.
Oh goodness. Abracadabra, Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Abracadabra.
Wait,
Those are
gotta
very-
read
As he
it.
waves his whisk around and points it at a rat.
Yeah, waves a whisk. Abracadabra.
Does an 11 hit their
Is that
AC?
a spell?
Yes,
That's a spell.
Yeah.
Abracadabra.
of course.
What
Oh,
class
that's
is he?
what you meant by a whisk. I was so confused.
What class is he?
The spell is actually called Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
abracadabra.
His
Okay.
character
Yeah,
says
yeah.
abracadabra. No, 11 does not hit.
So it sails over the head of a rat, and like this little beam of force like nails some ground behind it.
A gray, kind of bland colored beam with pretty cupcake sprinkles peppered inside, blasts forth, but sadly
Thank you.
misses the rat. Do you want to move?
He'll move up closer to the group.
Okay. Rezagale. Would you like to stab a bitch?
Yeah, so can I use my my cunning action to like dash towards which one is the like head one?
The off-looking one is the closest one to you. You don't need to cunning action for that, but you can. So you can regular move for it. You just want to look cool.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
wanna dash at
roll
it.
acrobatics.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah.
How many front flips do you want to do to get there?
I'm gonna do 4.
4 front flips. Okay.
The first 3 are really like, you know, quick, smallish,
Mhm.
and then the last one is like really high.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Rezagale, needing to be extremely showy, actually backs up first, then takes a running dash towards Aranar. Front flips 3 times on her way there. Lands for the last flip. She lands on top of Aranar's shoulders and flips extra high into the air for no particular reason, landing behind the off-looking rat with an extreme flourish.
All right. I'm gonna roll my dagger.
16 hits, and 4 is enough to kill with the already dealt damage from the thunder wave.
Sick.
Stabbing into this poor, wounded creature. It dies with a whimper. Looking extremely showy as she does so. That's over.
I'm going to have to make a cupcake of that.
Rixian.
Are you gonna
I'm
save?
Yes, again. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds.
Alright.
Wait, question. What's the difference between Cure Wounds and is it mending?
Mending is for objects. Is that be like you tore up a piece of paper and you wanted to magically put it back together.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. I like
What
the
if
sound of
you
that.
view women as objects?
Oh, I could have brought back the blanket. I mean the shirt.
Yes, you could have.
Why did you tell me, dude?
You didn't say you wanted to put it back together.
That would have been epic shit.
It would have.
Yeah. It's real unfortunate that you
But you were an asshole.
chose the
and you
path.
decided-
Quiet there. We're curing wounds right now.
well, at least you're good for something.
You better watch it before I bang your ass. Alright, cure wounds, I'm doing it.
do it.
I forgot how I do it already.
You just click
Oh,
it
yeah,
in
I
the-
remember. I gotta cut a core. I forgot.
Yeah.
Cure core. And where is it? Right. What the hell? Why do I not see it?
It's in the center, right in the middle box. Cure wound.
Oh, I see. Oh, wait, I was supposed to click on myself first.
No, you don't have to click yourself.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's only for initiative. Four again. Another 2.
Fuck, dude.
Lily, you are once
Don't
again
die,
alive.
please, Lily.
Rixian, would you like to move or do anything
Yeah,
else?
I gotta do. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move 1 space back because she's gonna be reckless again.
All right. Lily, you awaken once more,
I have to do
feeling.
a spell thingy, right?
Huh?
I have to take 1 spell away, right?
Take your slot down.
Okay.
Lily, you awaken once more. Your huge gut wound now twice healed. What do you do? Oh, she
Uh-oh.
leaves the call.
Not sure.
Welcome back.
She leaves the call.
Perhaps.
Hello?
Hello.
Shit, DC.
Gotcha. You are once again alive and awake, lying on the ground. What are you doing?
I'm gonna awaken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick and fucking tired of these goddamn rats!
Motherfucking rats on this motherfucking plane.
And I cast poison spray again
Alright.
on this fucking rat.
Alright, let's see if you can actually not save.
You better kill them this time. I only have one
Nope,
spell
I
cast
saved. Get
left.
fucked.
Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
Fuck, dude.
Man, these are
I
durable
wanna
rats.
bonus
Extremely.
action and stick my tongue out at the rat.
Alright. Do you stand up?
Yes.
Alright, you stand up. You attempt to jazz fingers more poison on him, and he's just too cool for it. You stick your tongue out at him. Arinar.
I say, fuck this shit, and try to set him on fire. Where's my fire thingy?
And produce flame.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's how you kill ROUSs.
That's
so.
right. Oh, the rodents of unusual size?
Yeah.
I think they're a myth.
Clearly not. Jesus. Where is it? Why am I? What? I can't. Oh, because you're in control of it again.
I
Okay.
was not in control of it, but you were having trouble, so I tried to help.
How do I get back to the regular thing?
Go to click core
Oh,
in the top right.
Oh, okay. Okay. No. All right. Cool.
I can
So you do. You
tell my dog and I are one of the same spirit because. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So you produce flame. Produce flame is a. Let's see. It's a verbal somatic. So once again, you have to move your hands and say some words. Then you throw a very tiny fireball at the poor rat. Once again, with deadly accuracy. But it's a very tiny fireball. And you cause a very light singeing as he screeches in pain, but is still alive and standing with 1 hit point.
Jesus Christ.
The rat's turn. Time to kill Lily again. Now, luckily, I don't have any rat friends this time, so I don't get advantage. Not that I need it.
The rat bastard.
Jesus.
4 damage. Lily's unconscious again. Get fucked.
Can I?
anything like this? This is
As I get hit again,
Yeah.
can I just scream "fuck"?
Yes, absolutely.
I've never died this much in a game.
For reference, Lumi, D&D 5e got rid of the staggered condition, so being at 0 is being unconscious.
Okay.
If you remember that from 3.5, technically at 0 you were awake and you could do one more thing.
Yeah.
I think half orcs get the same thing though.
Half orcs still have half orcs have half orc endurance still.
Right.
Anyways, the rat finishes. It's definitely gonna fucking eat this girl before it dies. But it's Theodore Sweetcake's turn.
Abracadabra!
Maybe this time? One time? Come on. Nope.
Nope.
I can't hit a rat!
Fucking
I didn't have this
rats
much
right
trouble
here.
in my larder.
These rats are much bigger than the ones in the larder. Rezagale. Unless you'd like to move, Theo.
No, he's fine.
I'm gonna move a little bit closer and
Finish him.
yeah, I'm gonna use my dagger again. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. This rat's unstoppable. Fuck you. Haha. Rat's unstoppable. The rat dodges first a fucking sprinkle-filled blast, then a dagger.
Is there anything else I could do at this point?
You could move again.
Or if you have a second dagger,
If you
you
had a
can
second
draw
dagger.
it in two
You know
two
what?
weapons.
I don't have a second dagger yet. Okay, god
Damn
damn
it.
it. It will happen. It always fucking happens. So
Okay.
it will come, but not today. So.
Pull out your kitchen
Okay.
knife.
I found this knife, this butter knife. Stab.
Alright.
I guess not.
Okay. Rixian.
Damn it.
We're gonna heal again. Here we go.
Nine. All right, now that's a heal. 7 on the die, +2. Lily wakes up with much hit points. Would you like to move, Rixian?
If I move, I can't attack him, right, anymore?
No, you use your action.
Okay, so... Oh, wait, I gotta put down to 0. No, I'm done then.
Lumi. Lily. You awaken once more upon the ground, your stomach feeling really bad, having been torn open and healed 3 times.
Oh no.
Did we lose Lily?
Sarah!
Sarah!
Probably DC'd or something. Or AFK, I don't know.
Yep.
Yep.
See.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hi.
You've been healed and you are awake once more.
Oh, fantastic. We'll do this poison spray one more time.
I believe in you. I believe in the rat to fail. Ha-ha! I finally failed. So you wake up, stand up, all wrath and fury, to kill the last rat with your jazz fingers poison spray. 4 poison damage. It lands right in its stupid rat eyes and keels over dead. Bleh.
Yay.
Lily's gonna get up and she's gonna fucking stomp on this rat.
Okay. Lily,
Fuck you, rat.
full of wrath, stomps on the dead rat corpse.
That fight didn't quite go as how I had imagined it would go.
Alright. I'm gonna start clapping. Slowly.
Can you make less noise, sir?
I mean, to be fair, Lily's thunder wave was definitely the loudest thing that has happened. That was hella loud.
That's true.
Okay, after Lily's done stomping on the rat, she's
Right.
gonna look up at Rixian. You
Who's
stupid,
clapping?
you stupid fucking idiot! You're not supposed to make noises in this cave.
You wouldn't be able to be saying that if I didn't heal you 3 times.
We wouldn't be in this mess if it wasn't for your stupid ass yelling.
My ears are
It's
still
a, it's a
ringing
good
from your
lesson.
thunder.
We could all be a little bit more quiet. Wouldn't you all agree?
Oh, I'd be
And-
whispering.
I think.
I will with one of your cakes.
Oh my god, this guy.
You know what?
I'll make you something nice tonight. I'm saving the rest for a happy occasion.
Good.
Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Can we just find this guy so I don't have to deal with this fat cake anymore?
Oh, okay.
As you discuss or yell at each other, at the edge of your light, where you see a small cavern, you also see some sort of green residue begin to emit from the tunnel.
Goodness.
Oh, there's something oozing over there, guys.
Would I recognize the ooh?
Good eye, Aranor.
Roll nature, Lily.
What is she trying to do?
She wants to see if she recognizes the ooze.
Oh.
No. You are.
Can I roll nature?
Do you think you've seen any ooze before?
I don't know, actually. If
I've seen plenty
eh.
You
ooze in my
definitely have
lifetime.
not.
Okay, alright, cool.
Alright. Lily, you know that there are oozes and fungi and all sorts of stuff down here, but you don't recognize whatever it is that's coming out of this. But the longer you stare, the more starts to come out.
This does not bode well.
Doesn't look right.
Maybe
I
this
think we
is
should
why
go
that rat
investigate
was
it.
so wonky. Oh, of course you would. I think you should go investigate it.
I will go investigate it.
Oh my god, he's going to investigate it.
Wait, but even if I do, I don't have any spell casts left. Like, what am I gonna do?
You have cantrips.
But don't they require materials that I don't even have?
Nope.
Okay, I want to go investigate.
Okay. Rixian approaches.
Don't you pee.
Don't you do it.
Go outside. Go outside.
Rixian,
Sorry.
as you bring yourself towards, the goo seems to solidify.
Oh no. It's becoming one blob.
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
A slow-moving something is making its way outside of the tunnel. Very slowly, just glooping forward.
This would be easy if we had a diamond sword. Just saying.
True. What do you do, Rixian? You see this. They haven't seen it yet because it's still coming out of the tunnel.
I don't know if I want to try to kill it. I don't know if I want to try to touch it or something.
Why don't you roll perception for me, Rixian, which is a skill in the box in the left column.
What is it gonna do?
It's how you see stuff. It's like look closely.
Okay. Do I have to click on myself or no?
No. The click yourself thing is only for initiative. Nice. So you get closer and you peer at it from your 15 foot distance, and you see that as it rolls over this like old small creature's bone, the bone disintegrates beneath the ooze.
Oh. Well, looks like we gotta kill it.
All right.
It seems dangerous. It seems like it melts stuff.
All right. So I'm gonna react in character. You see these things. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance on it.
Oh, all right. Party. Rixian walks over to investigate the gloop, and suddenly he's pulling up his holy symbol and shouting words.
Oh my god.
So we can see this happening, like those
Word,
without
Word
our
of
vision?
Radiance is a point blank AOE. It only hits things right next to you.
Wait, so shouldn't I have been right next to it? Aren't I right next to
No,
it?
no,
or
no. I said you saw that from afar. You can be if you want to walk up to it.
Well, I have to if I want it to hit, don't I?
Yes.
Then yes, I have to be right next to it, which
Okay.
is right here, right?
Correct.
Okay.
He walks right up to the tunnel. He's looking real close at something on the ground, and then he just shouts this word and holds his holy symbol.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga. Go ahead and click it so we can see what it does. There we go. Each creature of your choice, Constitution saving throw. Didn't think I was actually gonna have to fight this monster, so I don't even know what it does. Let's go look.
Oh, the screen got really bright.
There we go. Constitution of -2. Good, good. A 3. No, it fails. You need to roll a d6, alright? Yes, d6 radiant damage. Alright, so freeform rolling is something you can do in the bottom right in the chat bar. So if you click into the chat bar down there, and then type /roll space 1d6, it will roll dice for you.
Okay. Are you actually kidding?
Or you can use the rolling feature, or you can do all sorts of other options. You rolled a 2. You shout, a little blast of radiant energy emits from you, and the creature, like, shrinks a little, and you hear sizzling, and some, like, weird, gloopy, bubble popping sounds.
Popping blisters.
Okay. Party, you see this. How do you react?
What is going? What?
What in
What
tarnation?
the
Look, I feel like I lost some teeth there or something, but what's going on?
I'm confused.
Oh no.
So you're all confused, but you don't react in any particular way. Then you see whatever it was he was attacking, because it comes shooting, no longer slow, shooting forward, and launches several slimy tentacles towards Rixian.
Oh no.
Help!
The 15 to hit. Rixian, what is your armor class? That's in the center of your sheet at the top.
It should be center sheet on top. 13.
Okay, 15 hits you then. And you take 6 points of acid damage. Oh wait, no, never mind. 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the tentacle thumps you on the face. And then 10 points of acid damage as it eats into your face skin. How many hit points do you have there, Rixian?
15.
So you're unconscious?
Yeah.
Okay. The creature shoots forward, reaches up one big gray goopy tentacle, and just bitch slaps Rixian onto the ground. He is bleeding out, face melted on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm going to hex that.
Okay.
I think we're about to go to initiative.
I mean, it's all of you and then one of it, so like you can all go now. What do you do?
Okay. I'm hexing it and then Eldritching Blast.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make strength the score that it's bad at.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
hits, yes. And then 10 damage on top of the 2 from the Word of Radiance is enough. So, Theo, quick to react, having seen his new pal go down instantly, pulls out the whisk once more, and after saying some very strange words, he calls out in a language none of you recognize, and then blasts with the whisk. The creature, or the ooze, just kind of splurk and die, and like ceases moving.
I'm gonna
Much
have
better.
to cure wounds this idiot.
Yep. So you run up, touch him,
Oh my god.
intone the magics of nature.
Wait, how close do I have to be for that?
You have to touch him.
Okay, so I have to be here.
We're
Can
out-
I
we're-
walk that
we're,
far?
We're out of combat. Theo killed the creature.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So then I just click on it then. Let me get back.
All right, 7 points.
Oh, I thought you hit me. That's dumb.
Rixian, you wake up on the ground, your face feeling like it was very recently on fire, and there's just a kind of a explosion of slime right next to you.
I thought I'd never see that bear lady again.
and yet there she is.
Oh wait, I gotta do that thing.
Yep. Make sure you remove your spell slot.
Yeah. Where?
All right. So we've got ourselves a small cavern inlet, 4 rat corpses, a puddle of goo, and a small tunnel. You've all recovered-ish. Now what?
All right, let's everyone sit down for a little bit after all of that nonsense. Unless y'all want to try to jump into things again.
I agree.
Okay.
I need to rest.
You're still muted, Pepper. Pepper, you're muted.
Pepper, you're muted. Oh my god.
Pepper, you're muted.
Awkwardly staring at us and smiling.
Muted.
Ah!
Welcome back.
I was just saying that we need to fucking rest.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
We all know that. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, for those of you who are new, and for those of you who are not new and haven't said it yet, it's a good idea after combat to loot the bodies if you think that there might be anything of value or use that you can obtain from your post-combat spoils. You got the corpses of
Are we-
4 large rats and a pile of acidic goo.
Are we allowed to skin? Can we skin
You
the
can.
rats?
You can. You can skin the rats. You can attempt to harvest their meat for rations. You can do anything you like. Anything that you should feasibly be able to do.
The rat that I was stomping on, I want to skin it and take its bones.
That particular rat is probably ruined.
I still want its
Yeah, you
bones.
kinda-
Okay. You pick up many shards of rat bone.
I would like
Nice.
to attempt to skin the other ones
All right, make a survival check.
and harvest their.
Their meat.
Okay. Yeah. Survive.
Do I have some
Oops.
sort of vial? Let me see.
I don't know. Do you?
Let me check.
You
Damn.
you remember that the only
Apparently
knife
I
you
suck at
carry
that.
is a kitchen knife, and it's not sharp enough. So you try, but all you really do is ruin three rat bodies.
I mean, I tried. That's all. That's all you can do.
True.
Can I throw one at
Rixian,
at Rixian?
you pick
Yeah.
up a mangled rat body that you've already punctured the intestines on, and you just want to hurl it at him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then
Roll. So in your sheet, click disadvantage at the top, and then click dexterity.
okay. Dexterity. Right there.
Okay. Good enough because you don't have a bonus. Yeah, you pick it up, but you're not accustomed to at flinging like open ragdoll rat bodies, and you just kind of toss it off to the side of the cavern ineffectively.
Very much deserved.
No, you would have deserved it if it hit you. Is
Yeah,
what.
you deserve to miss.
They're so
Rixian,
deserving to miss.
Rixian, make a perception check
Oh, okay.
since you were looking at the goo. You see a kind of dull metallic sheen in the body of the goo.
Sheen, isn't it like a?
Like that, like light reflecting off metal is sheen.
Can I? Well, wait. Isn't the goo like very hot?
It's acid.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I can't really touch anything.
So use a rock or something. Use your tools.
I don't have a rock.
They're in a cave.
There's
There's rocks
You just, said
everywhere.
you just said use tool. I mean, I thought it's whatever I have in my backpack.
Yeah, let me help you a little bit. I'm going to prestidigitate the ooze away from around the object.
All right, use your 1 pound of magical force and reveal a hiltless dagger. See, like a dagger blade and the core rod beneath, and 4 coins of a metal you don't recognize.
I will grab that and put it into my backpack.
All of it? All four? The coins and the dagger?
Yes.
Okay. So Rixian and Theo, you spot these two things while the rest are sitting down to take a rest or taking care of their wounds or whatever.
Or throwing
High five,
Throwing
Theo.
rats.
rat bodies around.
Yeah.
I'll take some of those cakes later.
Rixian, make for me 4 D100 rolls. To do this, in the chat bar, just like you rolled the D6 earlier, type /roll space 4 D100.
Roll space what?
/roll space 4 D100.
Well, what the? That's a lot of them.
Cool. Great. I'll remember that for later.
What is this for?
Oh,
Who
dear.
knows?
Well, I mean, if you put two and two together, there were 4 coins,
There were 4
and he
coins.
asked you to roll
And you did roll
4
dice.
numbers.
But what they do or why they happened, that's a mystery.
Well, hopefully it's good.
Or you could have been quadruple curse. Way to go.
True. So, party, you settle down in this cavern alcove with some rat bodies that have been mangled and smell horrendous because she punctured the gut on all 3 of them in her attempts.
Good job.
And an ooze corpse. You settle down to take a rest. Are you planning to short rest or long rest? Short rests take an hour, and you're allowed to stay awake and be moderately active during them. At the end of a short rest, some classes gain some of their features back, and you get to use your hit dice to heal a little bit. So you can say you spent that hour like bandaging wounds and stuff, but it doesn't take up magical healing. Long rests take 8 hours, require at least some amount of sleep, and heal you to your full HP, assuming you complete the rest. It also restores all of your per-day resources, like spell slots.
I vote for short rest.
I vote for short rest.
Rixian, you
I
should be
vote for
voting for
long
long rest. You have nothing left.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna
agree on
say
that.
I think some of us definitely used up our spell slots, so we're gonna be
Oh,
fucked if we
that's
find
right.
something else.
That's true, actually. That's a good point.
We can long rest.
I'll be good about after an hour.
Everyone whose name is not Lily, you are terrified of sleeping in the hunting grounds.
Makes sense.
We could do a full 8 hours in here of sleep.
Lily seems oddly confident of bedding down right here.
Do
I mean,
we
she's been
need
here
somebody
before,
to do we need to set up a watch
Yeah,
system?
that would be ideal. You don't have to, but
I vote Aranar, stay watch.
I'm not gonna stay awake. What?
no, we all take turns.
Right.
It's-
So setting up nightly watches usually means that you set up a rotation. You say I'm taking first, I'm taking second, I'm taking third, I'm taking fourth, and you can take 2 or 3 hour shifts and then sleep through the night in that fashion. Some races, none of which you are, have less sleep requirements, but like if you had an elf in the party, they only need to sleep 4 hours, so you can cut your watches down that way. But you don't.
What about half elves?
Half elves do not have this feature.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be full elf to have the trance feature. So, the plan is that the party is going to bed down here in this alcove, in this large or this small
Yes.
cavern. Okay.
Yes, we will.
How are you planning on dealing with the light? You've been in here for an hour so far. That's burned 1 hour off of Aranar's. No. Whose torch?
Rezagale's.
Rezagale's torch. Yeah. So we're 1 of 5 hours out of Rezagale's torch. Are you planning on lighting your slumber?
I don't think we need to, but that's totally.
Well, that would mean that some
Well,
of the
some of
watches
us-
would be blind.
Right. I
Yeah,
think
that's true.
what's gonna happen is I think I should take the middle watch. And
I
then,
can't see, so I'm going to exempt myself.
Yeah, I think it's between myself and then 2 dark visions. So Ernar.
So you have 3 dark visions in the
I
party.
can go
and
first.
Lily.
you have 3 dark visions, 2 non.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
So we need. That means there's going to be 1 watch in a 4-watch rotation that's blind.
yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I'll just use my torch
Do you
during that
wanna-
time, and then we'll shut it off otherwise.
All right.
Like,
So
If you go first, then you can shut it off like right after. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter when you go then. Yeah, never mind.
okay. So who's going first?
I'll go.
Second,
I'll go.
I'll go second. Oh, okay. Should go second. I'll go third.
third, and then Lily is 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll end the session here with 2 more hours of our torch wasted during sleep, and 4 watches to go. Nice job, everybody! You played D&D. Clap hands.
Woo!
I
It
just
was
want
fun.
to duly note it that you play an asshole very well, Craze.
He's just being himself. It's okay. All right, pals. It's been a blasty blast. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will pick up.
I did.
What?
I said I did.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. We'll pick up here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a lovely evening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.